just a case. You're not just a client. You're a person, and you deserve support. You deserve simplicity. You deserve communication. When you hire an attorney, you deserve clear, risk-free advice that guides you to the best possible outcome in your injury case. And that's exactly what the advocates have been providing for over 30 years. After your accident, you deserve closure. You deserve compassion. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve an advocate.
This is The Monty Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find The Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hey, The Monty Show, live on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Can you guys believe it's Wednesday already? It is Wednesday already on November the 5th. November the 5th. As always, The Monty Show presented by the Advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. You need clear, risk-free advice on the worst day of your life. That's what it really comes down to. I tell you every single day on this show, when you've been in an accident, when you don't know what the future holds, you got to get control of the situation. Get the experts. Get the people who have fought the fight you're about to embark in. That's the advocates. They fought the insurance companies. They have beat the insurance companies. That's why you go to the experts at theadvocates.com, where you never pay out of pocket. In fact, you don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case. Get them right now, 24/7, 365. No chat bots, just the best injury attorneys ready to talk to you when you need it, where you need it, how you need it at theadvocates.com. Good afternoon, LJ Carino.
Hello.
You're looking clean shaven today, sort of. Did we change the grooming?
No, I mean, I didn't run into the garage door today. Didn't have any incidents. So,
That's
we haven't changed anything today.
That's kind of disappointing. Jake and I were arguing about the non-sports stories of the day coming up later in the showgrum here. If you have not Google searched Mexican president today, you're probably not living the life that you need to live. Did you guys see what happened to the Mexican president? Like Claudia Sheinbaum, who is the president of Mexico, is just walking through a public square, and it just goes to hell in a handbasket. And it's crazy. We'll talk about that. We've got to talk about the fact that Jake overdrew his checking account to try and get a date. We need to talk about that. Let's get some shout outs in the chat. Toot Pants, Advocates, Truth. Pretty sure everyone is just teasing and good fun. What do you mean?
Are we already victimhooding James, dude?
What did James do?
What did we do here, dude?
What is the story? I have a group at 4. What's going on? What do you mean what's going on? It's 4:00 now. What are we talking about? Has anyone ever gone to the list of live shows and sorted oldest to the top? Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want that'll take you back to 2015, bruh. That'll take you back, because didn't we start doing the show in 2015, Jake?
Something like that. I would have to go back and look. Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's
I can look.
Or no, it wouldn't be 2015. It'd be 20
on YouTube. It'd be like
2018, 2019 on YouTube. Yeah. But it is wild. It is wild. Do you guys remember, and some of you long times remember, we were doing like 10 people for the entire show. It was crazy how, where this show started compared, like I'm sitting in a studio that's got $25,000 in equipment in it. I mean, it's crazy how far this show's come. Pete Forte, hello. Sergeant Green, hello. Thank you for your service.
Nice of you to report for duty today, Sergeant. Appreciate you.
Appreciate everybody being here. Hey, Tone. Hey, Tony. Happy to see Iowa at number 20. Let's get into it, you guys. I mean, I think it is this college football playoff thing. Jake, did they get it right? Did week one, in your opinion, because I think we totally disagree on this. Do you believe that the college football playoff got it right in week one?
I mean, I think what we saw in the CFP rankings is definitely some favorability to some folks who maybe shouldn't be in the rankings. I definitely think that's at play. But I think, once again, if you follow the tea leaves and people talking about it, we're in this situation where, hey, we're having to justify why this team or that team is in, instead of it just being an obvious, yeah, they should be in. And, this was supposed to be the first year where it's like, hey, we're doing it on strength of schedule. We're, you got people talking about how they're not considering non-con. And
Non-con.
Well, if that's the case, if we're not considering, quote, non-con, then doesn't Ohio State's ranking go out the window because of the Texas game? I mean, it doesn't work both ways. Obviously, we wouldn't hit Ohio State. Everyone agrees they're the best team in the country.
I would agree.
Pointing out the hypocrisy in this concept of, hey, well, like we have explaining to do as to why, Texas isn't in the bottom 5 here or even the bottom 3, right? We have explaining to do as to how Miami's 18th in this poll right now. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, Miami's 18th in this poll because Mario Cristobal is a pretty average-ass coach. My biggest question is, why is Notre Dame in the top 10? You wanna throw hands? I'm ready to throw hands. Why on earth is Texas outside the top 7? Texas is better than Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas Tech, and BYU. Now you want to get into Ole Miss, and okay, I'm down. Why is Texas outside the top 7?
I don't think people trust them.
It is, but why? If we are, and this is what we cannot do.
Come on.
This is what we cannot do with the college football playoff, right? We cannot do this thing where we're like, well, 13 years ago on the 4th Sunday of the 8th month of the college football
I'm just talking about earlier this year, dude.
If you guys, if you go
they don't have the CNS seating they need.
If you go back to Earl Christian Campbell running the rock for the Horns, hook 'em, bitch. If you go, we're not doing that. We are supposed to be 2025 college football playoff rankings. What happened to Skanky saying, hey, we're only going to the strength of schedule and
SOS money?
Apparently that's not who we are, because this right here is a complete travesty, in my opinion. That Texas is on the outside of the college football playoff looking in. And you have Virginia and Notre Dame in, and you have Texas out. I have a real problem with that. This is, to me, listen, I don't care about Indiana, A&M, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia. I have no problem with that. But you cannot have Texas not in the college football playoff right now. I think it is an absolute joke. And you lack all credibility. And I hear already the people saying, well, Monty.
Well, Monty.
No, well, Monty's. It is, I don't care that this is week 1. And I understand that Texas has plenty of football in front of them to change the minds. My question is, how is Notre Dame in and Texas is out? Help me. Help me. I don't even, this whole thing right here with, oh my God, the ACC's mid-ass is possible. You can't make an argument for Miami. You can't make an argument. Virginia being any higher than 14, look at the AP. Oh, that's right. The AP finally doesn't matter. I have no problem with the college football playoff and Virginia being 14th, Louisville being 15th, Georgia Tech 17th, Miami 18th. Miami has not earned anything higher than that. My biggest gripe is Texas is out and Notre Dame's in. I absolutely think it is a travesty of justice that is the case.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it's any controversial take to say that Notre Dame gets the edge because they're Notre Dame, right? I mean, we've talked about this a million times. I mean, it's not, this is pretty well documented. I agree that there's nothing factual that would say that they should be in over Texas for sure. But again, this is where we have to talk about optics, because this is the issue for Texas. The issue for Texas is you look like a team who is not as good as you should be, even though you played good football last week. You look like a team that's not as good as you should be. And that's the problem right now, is that you're solid, but when's the last time you had a dominating over the top performance? I mean, it's been since Sam Houston that you had.
They've got wins over Vandy.
I didn't say wins.
Oklahoma.
I said dominant performances, bro. You beat Vandy 34-31.
Who cares?
Everybody cares. What do you mean, who cares?
We have no bar. We have no...
Well, that's clear. Yes, there is no bar. This is the precise issue with the CFP.
It's hilarity. It is insulting. It is ridiculous that Texas is out and Notre Dame is in.
So what happens if they lose to Georgia this week? Then at that point, it's going to be like, yeah, oh well, right? I mean, that's the issue, is that Texas has to win out at this point to get in. They have to.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I just don't know what. I don't know. Like, looking at these metrics, I need to understand. I need to understand it. And I do not, under any circumstance, understand it. I want to. I don't. I truly do not. And I don't know what you need to do to get into the college football playoff. I do not know what you need to do to get in.
Well, mainly not be a two-loss team right now, number one. Notre Dame's a two-loss team, but again, they get the advantage of being Notre Dame. Like, if you look at, again, this is what I'm saying. Like, I agree. There's not a unifying bar that we can work off of to measure these teams. That's precisely the problem with this process, but it is the process that we have. And so then we naturally go to, okay, well, what's the case for and against Texas? Well, the case for Texas is obviously that you haven't lost since Florida, which seems like a year ago now. It's been a long time since you lost. And the obvious case against Texas is that you lost to the best team that you played in Ohio State, but that was week one. We've seen time and time again that Ohio State or that playing a team in week one doesn't really hurt you unless you wind up being a 3-loss team. So then it's like, okay, well, we're really penalizing them for being a 2-loss team and losing to Florida 29-21. That's what we're really penalizing them for. So, correct. And then I think, again, this is where I go into the intangibles, if you will. I don't think that Texas looks great on the field. The eye test is not kind to Texas. Like I agree that they played their best game against Vandy. Arch had his best game, looked awesome. But generally speaking, if you said to someone, yeah, what do you think of Texas? Well, I don't know. How's Arch going to play? I don't know. Who's going to show up? That's what I think their problem is. They have a reputation issue.
And I would say, oh, yeah, that's a college football playoff. Oh, wait, no, they're not, because they're getting hosed. Go beat Georgia. Go beat Georgia, right? I mean, I guess that's how
if you go beat Georgia, that's your bounce back, for sure.
I guess that's how you fix the problem. Go win games. Totally get it. They shouldn't be in this position. And when you have Georgia, Arkansas, and A&M left, I mean, you have everything to play for. So the game in 2 weeks in Austin at DKR, that's the entirety of their season.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest deal. But I just really struggle with the fact that we don't have a super league. We don't have a bracket. We don't have a bar. We don't have a you won, you lost, so you're in and you're out. That's the single biggest problem.
I also think, though, to that point, I agree with what everyone's saying. We should be televising the CFP committee in their meeting. Absolutely. Should absolutely be accountable for the decisions you make and the things that, your explanation as to how you get to that point. And I understand that there's a process in place and, probably would be uncomfortable for them. But if public accountability was actually like a thing, at that point, then, people would probably stop doing things like putting Texas as the first team out when it really should be somebody else. And that's why I say, like, this ranking right here is, I'm just sitting here saying, okay, I don't question really anybody up until, I mean, hell, BYU, honestly, or Tech is really the first controversial one. If we're going to call that controversial, I mean, I'm looking at this saying I really have no problem until Notre Dame. And Notre Dame to me is I don't know how you have Notre Dame at 10 with their schedule and their losses. But what I do know is that Notre Dame has always had the hammer of, hey, we're Notre Dame. We draw a huge TV audience. We got the Golden Domes. They want us in the CFP. And that to me is why partially they're sitting there, because people are like, oh, well, we don't take that into consideration. We don't take non-con into consideration. We don't take into consideration TV sizes. Yeah. Okay, cool. And I was born, at night, but it wasn't last night, dude. Like, you guys absolutely do.
Very clearly, TV audience matters. TV audience matters. And I think that when you are BYU, it's why you had a great relationship with ESPN as an independent, deservedly so. You bring people on the road, you bring people to the TV, totally get that. Notre Dame's exactly the same thing. I mean, the Catholics are strong in numbers, bruh. Like that is, and yeah. Notre Dame sold their soul quite literally to have a guaranteed spot in the CFP, and you got it, man. You got it. But what really bothers me is I don't see the merit in the resume of getting in and getting out. And it's incredible to me that when you look at, I don't know that anybody in here can make a credible argument that the ACC is getting screwed, right? Like the argument.
Are people saying that?
Oh my goodness. The ACC is livid today. When you look at Virginia, people want to put Virginia much higher. I'm not putting Virginia higher. I'm not.
Who are we putting Virginia over?
Well, I think Utah is a target of that. I certainly think when you start looking at the way that Oklahoma's played, and now John Matt-Tager is, being injured, and that's a problem.
Okay. Yeah, this is as easy as it gets, dude. Virginia doesn't have reputation or credibility or any type of standing as far as the CFP is concerned.
Quality win.
And then there's the quality win portion.
They don't have a quality win. And this is the problem. So I go back to Miami, right? Miami, this is Miami's problem. Miami's 6-2 on the outside looking in. Miami beat Notre Dame, who now is in the college football playoff when they were the number 6 team in the country. They beat number 18 Florida State at the time. They were 18th in the country. But your losses are Louisville and SMU. I think it is the South Florida win being discredited which is what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. Florida, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I
with all due respect,
I don't believe that the ACC is getting screwed by the committee. I don't think so at all. And I think that if you look at how the tide has turned, the Big 12 is now in really good position to get 2 in. I mean, really good position to get 2 in. And I go back to this discussion we had yesterday with great ferocity. Is BYU at Texas Tech an elimination game? I think it is. I think that for Texas Tech, you can't lose this game. If you lose this game, all that money you spent, wasted. As simple as that. And I don't agree with the folks in Dallas and Fort Worth talking about, hey, should Joey be fired if we lose this game and we don't get into the CFP? It's a conversation I would have, but would I fire him? Probably not. Probably not. You better go get a quarterback, because if you lose to BYU, it's because the quarterback was ass again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, that BYU, I think BYU, if they win this game, is going to have to really work hard not to get into the CFP. Conference championship or otherwise.
Yeah, I think the issue, for Joey is that one, I wouldn't fire him no matter how this season works out. You don't make the CFP, I'm not firing him. They're clearly better. They're clearly competitive, and they're clearly leading the Big 12. But I think that the indictment is what do you have in the pipeline? And I've kind of shifted on this, and I agree with what all the major players have said, right? The Sarks and the Lanes and all the heavy hitters in coaching is like, it's not necessarily just what you have this year. It's what's the total picture? I mean, if you're bad this year, or if you underachieve this year, okay, well, what do the next 2-3 years look like recruiting wise? Because if we fire you, who are we going to go and get? And how much did we throw away in the portal and in the recruiting pipeline? And that's what I think the issue is that everybody is quick to say, yeah, dude, if we don't get in and we disappoint, fire him. But again, who are you going to go and hire?
If you lose this game, it's exceptionally disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
And with all due respect to Joey McGuire, I don't think that's a difficult replacement. What resume has he built at Texas Tech?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm being serious. If you're talking about who are we going to go and hire, if we play the what if game and they fire Joey McGuire, they won't, and I don't think they should, and I'm not telling you to. If they fire Joey McGuire, he loses 2 of his last 3, which could happen. If he loses 2 of his last 3 games, they miss the college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they lose to BYU and they somehow lose to West Virginia and Morgantown. Miss the playoff. Okay. Are you better than LSU or Florida? No. Are you better than Penn State?
No.
No. Arkansas?
Depends who
Probably.
you ask. It's close, but probably.
Probably. Your road to the Texas Tech is an easier road to the college football playoff.
Certainly. Clemson?
I don't. You're better than Clemson. I would far rather have the Texas Tech job than the Clemson job.
Florida State.
Florida State's a way better job.
So, I mean, you're probably like 6-7 on the totem pole, 6 through 8 on the totem pole for open jobs right now. If you got LSU, Florida, Florida State, Penn State, theoretically Ole Miss is going to be open.
You're better than Ole Miss. You're a better job than Ole Miss. You've got more money. You've got more access. The hill to climb in the SEC is daunting at best.
Mm-hmm.
Daunting at best. I don't know. It's again, this conversation. He has money. He has access. He's got facilities, everything he needs in Lubbock to win.
So why would you fire him?
Because he's not winning. And I think that.
Yeah, I have trouble with that, bro. It's the first time you're there. Like, again, this is the conversation around, yeah, okay, you spent money. Yes. You invested. Yes. You're clearly better. Yes. But again, that doesn't guarantee you a championship. Now, if you miss the CFP, he doesn't have anything but, significant in the portal talent-wise. He doesn't have a top 10 class again. Yeah. Then, okay, yeah, maybe I consider firing him. But the truth of the matter is this is a shots on goal sport, right? I mean, the reason that Ryan Day and Kirby and Dabo 5 years ago and, any of the greats are great is because they're there consistently. They don't win every year, but they're there consistently. So
yeah, I would agree with that.
So if Joey can't figure it out, this year, next year, then I'd probably fire him. But
yeah, I think the problem with that is you're just wasting time. There are no brands in this league. Texas Tech And I've talked about this for a long time. BYU, these two programs have an opportunity to be the big dogs in this league, and for a long time. That's what we're playing for on Saturday. You guys understand that, right? Like, we're not playing for a spot in the college football playoff. That's superfluous. What we're playing for is legitimacy, domination. If BYU goes to Lubbock and wins, what's stopping them? Nothing. If BYU goes to Lubbock and wins, they're the single biggest brand in this league, and they might be that already, frankly. They have the biggest fan base. They have the best traveling squad. Best uniforms, best media, you name it, they got it. They just haven't won a big game yet. And now they have that opportunity, right? They are in the conference, and they have an opportunity to go to Lubbock and absolutely end Texas Tech's season. Let's see what you're about. Now, if Texas Tech wants to beat BYU and then beat them again in the conference championship and go to the college football playoff, now we're having a different discussion. But I would also point out, what happened to TCU when they went to the college football playoff? Not much. Didn't become a behemoth. But I understand that was a different time and day. Just getting there is not good enough. You have to go again and again. And what did you say? At multiple bites at the apple. You have to go again and again and again. That's what I question about Joey McGuire and Texas Tech.
Yeah, I think we agree on that. I just think that listen, Texas Tech is in a much stronger position than they were, without a doubt. And Joey's been the head coach. Joey's navigated several things here. I think they just need to be careful not being too hasty with their bitterness around not getting in if they don't get in, which is a huge if. We're speculating, obviously. So if you get in and you lose, you're one and done in the CFP. That's obviously miles different than being not in at all, right?
I would agree.
If he's a one and done in the CFP, you're not firing him, right?
I would agree.
On that?
I would agree.
So
if you're in the college football playoff, you're good to go. You're golden. You're making money. You're making money for your partners. You're making money for,
yeah,
you're doing it. You are doing a lot.
I would also bring up, though, too, isn't part of supporting a football program understanding that it isn't an exact science? Isn't that an investment where you're like, hey, theoretically you've got everything that we need, but it does come down to the play on the field and, a kick here, a kick there, whatever it might be, play here, play there type thing. So I just think we're all I agree with Sark, dude. We're all very quick to want to fire people. And I think you just got to make sure that's actually the correct decision. Firing Brian Kelly when you did was the correct decision. And I think we both agree it was late, but I think Joey, I don't know, man. I think he's done a lot this year. I think beating BYU would go a long way.
I don't think he's done a lot this year. I don't think Joey McGuire's done. What has Joey McGuire done this year?
He's put them on a CFP track.
You can't lose to Arizona State. If you spent this money, and I'm tired of hearing about how great this defense is, and Barron is this and Barron is that. They've accomplished nothing. They've accomplished nothing. They have won nothing. They have done nothing other than what many, many other teams have done. Won every game but one. That's what they've done. They have. I'm in a position now where when I look at this conversation and we talk about the Big 12, at some point we have to change the tone. It's not good enough to lose to Arizona State because you're significantly better than Arizona State. You're significantly better. But it was one game. It doesn't matter. Look at all the money you spent. Look how much I've heard about defense. Look how much I've heard about offense. Look how much I've heard about this and that. You've done nothing. Saturday, you have a chance to do something. Saturday, you have a chance to reassert yourself as the best team in the Big 12, unless you're not. That's where we are. What has he done?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as winning, I guess he hasn't done anything. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's been I think that Texas Tech went from being a nobody to finally making noise in the conference and finally, actually being on a rankings, sheet. I think that's a massive improvement in your football program. But
yeah. Lopes fan Gabe's been a member of the program for 34 months. Almost 3 years.
By the way, I went and looked back when as far as YouTube and everything. January 22nd of 2018, our first show ever on YouTube did 70 views.
Oh my God.
And it was done on a cell phone, I might add.
Wild. At those days we were wilding back in those days. Chewy Gonzalez for $5. Monty, Notre Dame is in regardless. I guess if you're one of the 12 best teams in the country, as ranked by the CFP committee, you're in. There's no way to keep them out. That's what they got selling their souls and vote. Yeah, that's exactly what they got. I don't disagree with that at all. And I don't agree with it. I love Notre Dame with all of my heart. And I hate where we are as a football program. We are in that no man's land of, well, we're pretty good. We're not ass. We don't
every
suck.
Year.
Last year, yeah. They don't belong. This is what we talked about. You lost the only 2 games on your schedule that mattered.
But does it matter if they belong, if they're in?
It does. In my opinion, it does. Because we're living a lie. We're living a lie, right? Like we've got a second family that lives 5 miles down the road, right? And daddy's always going on work trips. We're lying. We're living a lie, man. Like I am.
Look right now, we ass.
And I don't even think we're ass. I think Notre Dame is a good football team. Good football team shouldn't be in the college football playoff. It needs to be 12 of the best teams in the country. Can you really say that Notre Dame is better than Texas? I don't know.
Do you think Arch Manning would be able to decipher the Notre Dame defense?
Yeah, because we can't cover anybody. And I'm not saying that Texas is loaded with dynamic wide receivers. But our secondary is not good. It is, and I shouldn't say that. It's not the elite secondary that people made it out to be. The defense is not nearly as good this year as it was last year. And we just figured out that we should run the football more. And CJ Carr, I think, has developed and grown, and Notre Dame's not one of the 12 best teams in the country. Notre Dame's not better than Texas, in my opinion. Aggie's better than Notre Dame.
Right.
You know? I mean,
right.
You know. Aggie, welcome to the membership. Appreciate you. Appreciate that very much. Will Johnson is a big loss to them. Why are we talking about Will Johnson? What am I missing?
I don't know.
You know. Well, I guess we'll find out. You mean the Arizona Cardinal, Will Johnson? What am I missing? 11 best teams in the country and the best group of 6 school. Okay. Call it whatever you want. I call it the 12 best teams in the country. So, whoa, what happened there? If Notre Dame defeats Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford, and Notre Dame finishes the regular season at 10-2, I consider them as being playoff worthy. Sure. Okay. You know, I mean, I probably am being too harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I freely admit it. I'm probably being too harsh. Joey Harper. This is more of an elimination game for Tech because if Cincinnati wins out, Tech doesn't smell the championship game, never mind the playoffs. Well, I think Cincinnati got massively exposed by the Utes. The Utes took them, they dismantled Cincinnati. I mean, they absolutely dismantled Cincinnati. There is no question about that.
Yeah, Cincinnati's a great team, man. Wow, look what they did against that Iowa State defense. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why don't they go back and use computer model that will determine strength of schedule? BCS is that. Come on. Stop. Utah should be top 10. BYU and Texas Tech got lucky. Stop.
Okay.
I'm not here for it today. Super Mustang agreed, Jake. Okay. Look, I don't think I don't think that we can sit here and play the game of the what ifs or they got luckies or I'm not willing to do that. BYU is certainly a better team than Utah. I mean, depth-wise, execution-wise, that's just I'm not even sure that is I'm not even sure that's controversial.
It's not.
Is that controversial?
No, it's not.
At all. I don't think it's controversial at all. So, but again, I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm just a big dumb.
Yeah, you don't know ball, Monty. Come on.
Austin Davis, the newest member of the Monty. Austin, appreciate you. Yeah, it's fine. Brandon, it's all going to sort itself out in the next 3 weeks. It will. You got to win football games. Boomer Sooner, hello. Still think it would be Texas Tech versus BYU for the Big 12 championship. I think Texas Tech wins this game. I think there's such immense pressure on Joey McGuire to perform.
They better, man. They better win this game. I mean, it was.
Well, according to you, if they lose the game, there's no repercussions. So
I know, and we should just fire everybody for everything because there's 1,000,001 coaches to replace jobs these days.
I don't disagree with you. The awkward guy, a member for 13 months on the Monty program. If Texas loses to Georgia but beats A&M, are they in? I don't think so.
There should be 0 3-loss teams in the CFP.
And I think that is what will happen. I think that's what will happen. Xavier Watts and Benjamin Morrison, Endy misses those two. I think they miss Al Golden. They miss the scheme. They miss the tenacity. Because, listen, I think Leonard Moore and Zachary and our secondary is good. It's not great. That's the biggest issue. I just don't see that we are, that we're this unbelievable team.
Yeah, but they find a way. I mean, in a lot of games that they probably shouldn't. And I think that's what people like to talk about is like, and this is what we've talked about, is that it's really, it's very much a lot of like unscripted, just sort of chaotic football that they find a way to get a good result out of. And that, again, that to me is why I say, like, I don't think that they're a more attractive CFP pick on the field. I think that they're a more attractive pick in the TV room. Like, that's why they're in there. And I just think I agree. That's the deal you made. So win out the rest of your games and you're in. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah. And I think our defense is good. I'm not saying our defense is bad. It's not what last year's club was. And I think Devontae Smith, Leonard Moore, Aiden Schuler, Tay Johnson, like, that's a decent secondary. They don't play well all the time. We lost to Miami because we chose not to kill people. Right? I mean, Aiden Schuler made a business decision. And it cost us dearly. It cost us dearly. You know, it absolutely cost us dearly.
No question.
Did anyone see that Walker Kessler's done for the season already? I just... Walker Kessler and the Utah Jazz frustrate me. Walker Kessler, who is probably top 5 of my favorite NBA players, beyond the fact he's misused and poorly coached, he's got a labrum issue in his shoulder. He's going to have season-ending shoulder surgery. And what does it do? It locks him into the Jazz. It's what it does. It is... Yeah, I feel awful for the kid because he's an absolute stud. He is an absolute stud.
I mean, they did do a deal on Jared Vanderbilt when he was hurt, if memory serves, with the Lakers. I mean, maybe there's something there, but, not ideal.
Hit the live chat at the top of the screen instead of to chat, Chewy Gonzalez. Okay. Basketball sucks. Okay.
Man,
Probably
wow,
on the
Conundrum.
wrong
That was
show.
just such a productive comment, dude. I don't know what we would have done without you there, dude.
My apartment, the condo people keep calling me. Do I answer the phone?
Okay, yes, answer the phone. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Hello. Yep, that's me.
Hello.
Yes. Yep, that's mine.
This has to be a car-related issue.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm in the middle of my show. Let me I'll move it after the show. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay. All right, thanks. The drama.
Okay, tell the story, dude. We got time today.
We got a new so I drive a luxury vehicle.
Here, let's do everyone a favor. Here it is. Okay.
There it is. I drive a 2025 BMW X4M competition, which they eliminated the competition package now. I don't know how many people heard that. It is now standard on all M's. Here nor there. I don't love my parking spot currently. I park in a corner, but the spot's tight. There's a cement post. When you have 3 legs, it's tough to get around that post.
Right.
You feel me? And so I switch parking spots into a spot where I can pull in crooked and have way more room. And they want me to go move my car into my new spot because they sold my spot. Parking in Seattle is a racket. I'm just going to tell you, it is absolutely a racket.
So hold on. So I just want to make sure I understand. They sell your spot.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, you need to get out of the spot like ASAP.
She said, we need you to come move your car because somebody else has purchased that spot and they want to park their car there. I said, well, I'm doing my show. I can move it after the show about 5:00 or whatever I said. She said, okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. So,
big baller material there.
Yeah, I love the car. The wife and I, the ball and chain.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last night. It's a joy to drive that car.
Yeah, it's an awesome machine.
It is a joy to drive that car. It is.
Does she ever drive it anymore?
No, fuck no. She won't. She will not. She will not park the car in the spot. So, but it's it's wild to me. Parking is a racket in Seattle. It is thousands of dollars a month, and I don't even know how you.
It's crazy.
I don't even know. Yeah. Whoa. What you think you would have assigned parking spot that comes with the condo? You don't. You get one spot. I pay $750 a month for a parking spot. Yeah. I don't even mind telling you, my note on this condo is $4,100 a month. And I live in a tower, smack dab in the middle of downtown Seattle. Beautiful. I have a water view.
Yeah, it's an awesome spot.
I have a great location. I love it. It's fantastic. The issue that happens is this light just turned on. Like, what are we doing? The issue that happens is it's super expensive. And I don't live on the upper floors of this building. The condos on the upper floors are like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month. And there's a guy who has a GT3 RS, a Porsche GT3 RS. He pays for 2 parking spots.
Yeah.
Right next to each other. There's a new 911 Turbo S that just got purchased. He also pays for 2 parking spots.
Well, I feel like that's kind of part of owning that car in a downtown environment, though. I mean, come on, dude. You're really not gonna protect the car. I mean, come on.
I'm not paying for 2 parking spots. I have full PPF on mine, paint protection film. Like, I'm not paying for 2 spots. That's just not happening. You're what did he? All right. You're in Seattle, been battling a heart condition and must have missed something. My wife's a baller. Monty, real question is, are you golfing?
No.
Not recently. It has been, and I don't know how we got diverted here, but it has been such a challenge just to go from a house to a condo. And like this past weekend, I spent all day Saturday organizing this closet that I have just to fit my golf clubs in this closet. Was a major undertaking. Like, I had to take everything out of that closet, build new shelves. It is such a different lifestyle living in a condo versus your house.
What do you prefer now that you've done both?
Oh, a house all day. With a golf studio in my backyard, and yeah, I'll take the house all day. But I love living downtown. I love living near Pike Marketplace. I love being able to walk everywhere.
Where does Seattle rank on the totem pole of cities lived in?
Pretty high up, frankly. I hate the weed. It is everywhere here. Well, and Donnie says the city's on fire and
right.
riots. But
this right here is a real concern out of Toot here, right? In a condo, the neighbors can hear you getting all 21 times a month.
Not at all.
Not
at all. Dude, I don't hear anyone. They don't hear me. The biggest problem is you got to close your blinds when you get naked.
Well, Monty, you were really putting on a show.
I'm telling you, it is a pleasure. It is absolutely a pleasure to live. Seattle's a great town. It is. It's not what I want to call my final destination.
Right.
Certainly not. But I love living in Seattle. There's no doubt about that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, there's great golf here in Seattle. I just haven't had time or, But if I could live anywhere, Southern California. Give me a townhouse on the beach in Huntington. Done. Oh, Gavin and all those crazy. That's why everybody's moving to California again. I see Monty in Florida kicking back, golfing, great weather. Hey,
Florida golf's different, bro.
My wife will not move to Florida.
I'm just not interested in the hurricanes, dude. I could see having a little vacation spot there or something, but I'm not interested in living there full time.
I got to turn this light off. What are we doing here?
Oh, boy. Monty Ghost is back, dude.
What are we doing here? Like, give me my ambiance, MFers. Give me my ambiance. I need my mood lighting. This is way better.
Is that usually how it is?
This right here.
Yeah.
This right here is how it usually is. Although I have 2 big LED panels right here.
Yeah.
Thank you to the membership for paying for those. But Monty,
are you the pastor at the church?
You know. Monty, you will smell just as much weed in California coast. No, dude, it is. You walk down the street here and people are openly smoking J's, and it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Well, and then there is this. Yeah, hurricanes. I want nothing to do with hurricanes. What happened to Jamaica and Cuba last week? No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that.
I'm going to say I don't need that in my life. I'm going to say that's not my thing.
Yeah.
You know, loading a bowl of cron. Be right back. Okay. You know, Husker, could a homeless person take up a vacant parking spot in Seattle and claim squatters' rights? Well,
yeah, I mean, seriously, there's got to be some strategy to it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I went to the Kraken game against the Hawks the other night. $50 to park. Give me the $16 Ubers. Right? I mean, parking in this town is an absolute. But
again,
racket.
All the Ubers aren't even created equal either, though. I mean, I saw that firsthand with you when I was there.
I totally agree. The Ubers, bro. Some of the Ubers in this town are. Yeah, I mean, the food's better. Marcus, the TV executive, is saying the food in Seattle is elite.
What is the best thing so far? I mean, you talk about it multiple times a week. I mean, is it the chowder, or like, honestly, what's the best thing you think?
The best food I've had. There's a dim sum place. There's a bun place where you can get pork inside of a baked. Essentially, it's a Hot Pocket, but better. Those are really good. I mean, we found a joint on Pike Marketplace that makes the best homemade cookies. Ridiculous. Chowder here is off the charts. The food here, there's a really good Mexican taco place right by my place.
Yeah, that place is really good, actually. Yeah.
You know, the Greek food, the falafel, gyro, jam, the Indian food. I mean, it's all stupid good. It's all really, really, bao bun. Yes, exactly right, Chewy. So good. So good. Yeah, but the cheese here, people think, what is it with the cheese in this town? I am not a big cheese person. I don't eat a lot of cheese. Jake orgasms to mac and cheese. That's just not my thing. The people in this town love their cheese. Beecher's is a cheese brand. They have their own store on Pike Marketplace, and they're like in all these different restaurants where the Beecher logo is on the menu. And I'm just like, hey, bro, that's cool. Ain't selling me nothing.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You know, right? Yeah. Give me the Tillamook. Gooby, Jake, have you been to Elkhorn in Eugene yet?
No, never even heard of it.
Jake don't get out much. You know. I mean, listen, I love Seattle. It happened very quickly, so it was quite stressful. I didn't have a lot of time to. You know, the funny thing is we had picked one condo to live in. Do you know why we chose the one we live in now? Because the parking's better. The parking at this other place, the privacy gate was always broken. So in all these condo towers, the first floor of the garage they sell it to the public. And then everything else below that. And in my building, you have a different entrance. So the public parking people can't even get to the resident spots. But at this other place, and you should look it up, it's called Oni Seattle, ONNI Seattle. Like Paris Hilton performs there twice a year as a DJ. And their cars are routinely stolen and broken into. I was like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But check this out. I don't agree that you loved the food scene in Salt Lake, dude.
No,
the food scene in Salt Lake is mid as hell.
It's so overrated. Oh, listen, Monty, I got to tell you something. Salt Lake is a foodie paradise. Fuck that. No, it is not. No, it is not. There's so much fast food in Salt Lake, and people want to tell you, the fast food here.
Fucking A.
It's gourmet fast food. No, it's fast food.
It's just like every other chain in every other state.
Oh, but Jake gets Cane's. Do you understand how excited people got over Cane's? It is. People in Utah think Swig is gourmet.
Because it's garbage.
Swig is not. Swig is good. It's not gourmet. That doesn't make it a food town. Right? When I think of food towns, I want good restaurants, handmade dishes. I want it all, man.
Yeah,
I
look,
want to be
look at your
able to
boy.
like, bring it in and have the aroma and the flavors and layering and Mexican and Cuban and Irish food and Greek food and Indian food and
Your mom's food.
your mom's ass.
I'm gonna call
Like,
eating motherfucker.
I'm eating it all, dude. Probably too much. Probably too much. Listen. No, I'm kidding.
Can I get a little dressing with that tossed salad?
Probably just went too far. Salt Lake is not a foodie paradise. It's the same 30 chain restaurants over and over
I
again.
mean, it is, dude. Facts. 100%,
Right.
bro.
Man, bro, can I tell you what's Jake? Oh my God. Hey man, you want to go to Chuckarama?
It's Chuckarama.
Hey man, they got the sirloin special at Chuckarama, because they won't say Chuckarama. Chuckarama. As much as I love Salt Lake City, and I am thrilled that I own a home there and have rental properties, and come on. Chicago, New Orleans, New York, Los Angeles, food towns. Seattle is absolutely a food paradise.
100%, dude.
The other thing that's really good here, the pho and the pho and the Thai food. Oh my God. You guys want to get crazy? My wife, we go to, is it Whole Foods? I can't remember where we got it, but we got a chicken breast or a turkey breast.
Mm.
She put it in a slow cooker last night. She homemade gravy that I pretty much drank out of a straw today. It is so good. It is so good. And I will continue to tell you that Steven wants to know, did you really just say that on your show? I did. I did. Yes, I did. We did what we did. We did what we did. I make no excuses.
Iconic, dude. Iconic.
James tosses his own salad,
My fucking ass.
Okay. Taco Lopez on Redwood. Thank me later. So good. But you know what the problem is? Beto's on 9th in Salt Lake is one of the best Mexican restaurants in Salt Lake City. It's
And that's
not Red
really
Iguana.
saying something, dude.
It's not Red Iguana, but it's actually really good. Jimmy, we finally have super chicks. Yes. I could not be more disappointed in the Bacavo.
Oh, piss off, dude. What are you talking about disappointed in the Bacavo? What are you talking about?
Juicy.
The Bacavo, it doesn't suck. It's just not. The Bacavo doesn't suck. It's you built that son of a bitch up to be like the greatest breast meat any man has ever experienced.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
And it's not the greatest. It's not.
That's a requirement.
Right?
Shout out to Lee Jensen, bro. Miss you, dude.
Lee Jensen, my guy. Beto's breakfast burritos are awesome. They're so good.
Pico salsa burrito, bro. Undefeated.
Yeah. Beto's is elite. Yes. Monty drinking man gravy, dude. If it tastes like that gravy my wife made.
Honestly, I'd start stroking, guys.
Monty, take the wife and dog to Snoqualmie Falls. We've seen signs for that.
Okay.
My dog is getting on an airplane for Thanksgiving.
Hold on. Did you change the light on the wall?
No.
The color of the light on the wall changed.
Oh, did it really?
It was purple, I think.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, the point is, I love Seattle. I miss the golf in Salt Lake City. I miss the people I golfed with. Once Jake moved to Eugene, I actually met kind of a small circle of golf dudes, which was fun. But I love Seattle. I love Salt Lake. As far as where does Seattle rank?
Yeah.
I'm 52, so it's been 30 years since I lived in Lincoln Park in Chicago. I loved living. I didn't live downtown, but off downtown Chicago is amazing. I have very fond memories, but Chicago was such a different town at that point. In my adult life, St. Louis sucks. Where else have I like Sacramento was amazing. Seattle's San Francisco by far. But you know what? Seattle and San Francisco are almost mirror images of each other. Seattle is very San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco is probably number 2. Seattle would be 3. If Chicago's 1, San Francisco's 2, Seattle's 3. And then probably Salt Lake, but nothing will ever touch Huntington Beach. I love it. I absolutely love it. Snoqualmie Falls is beautiful. Never been. Better food in San Francisco than Seattle. Oh, dude. Umbria for Italian food. I hope Umbria.
Oh, man.
Umbria is so good.
Okay, I got to check. I'm going to check really quick.
It's
Hold on.
so good.
Yeah, let's see.
It's so good. So my dude wipes ran out 2 weeks ago, but since Manjaro on the scene, it's been solid, regular, and 2 sheets and a flush. I have been sick last 3 days going through TP, but bum gun next week. Okay. Bros, there's so much new research that says that butt wipes are bad for your butthole. So something to keep, yeah, way too much info.
It closed, bro.
Umbria is closed. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Damn. Oh, I liked Florida. Texas would be second. Never lived in Texas, but spent a lot of time in Texas. Getting all your shots before you head overseas, you better. I don't know. I'm a big fan of living in a big city. I think, I just will continue to tell people that like Seattle's very different because it rains all the time. The rain in Seattle, it's unusual to have a downpour. Now I've only lived here a month, but in the month I've been here, usually it's a misting drizzle. I walked my dog today in 60 degrees and a misting drizzle, and it was lovely. It was lovely. I don't like when it's a soaking rain, because I'm not somebody who enjoys soaking.
Are you sure?
I left that behind in so it's soaking, quaking.
Biologics.
If Pat McAfee can do it, I can do it. Right?
I think I've hit it every time.
All right. Jake, have you at all changed your mind after our meltdown over BYU and Texas Tech yesterday?
Nope. Texas Tech's going to win the ball game. BYU's going to cover, and it will go under.
30 points, right?
Oh, man. Yeah. Gosh. Texas is going to score like 100 points in this game, dude.
Yeah, I looked that one up, and it is not probably going to happen. Jay Hill doesn't give up 30 points.
27-21. One possession game. Texas Tech wins it on defense.
Okay. I could see that. I don't know. I haven't changed my opinion. I think it's 27-24, 24-21. I really want to see Bear Bachmeier perform against this defense. That's what I want. I want to see Bear prove the haters wrong. That's kind of where I'm at mentally on it.
And it's totally possible too, by the way. I mean, I it's absolutely possible. I just, I give the edge to Tech because it's, obviously it's in Lubbock. So, I mean, I think that does matter.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild to me that this number is 10.5. That seems like a slap in the bag. But
I agree with what you said on Monday. It's to get people to buy BYU. That's all it can be. That's all it can be. I mean, I haven't looked at the movement in the number today. I mean, I assume that you can get this number in some places, less than 10.5, but it's still sitting on ESPN. It's still sitting at 10.5. So, I mean, I think it's I mean, I'll look real quick, but I think that this is a gambling man's line. This is not anything other than that. I don't think anyone believes that BYU is 10 points behind Tech.
I would agree with that. I think that's interesting. I am very interested to see how some of this plays out. I'll be interested to see how some of this plays out in this game, because I think the trends that these two teams have stylistically, again, I think Tech's offense is going to struggle to be explosive against BYU's defense. Just from a stylistic standpoint, I feel like BYU has an advantage here. So, What are you? You look like you're intently looking.
Yeah, I'm looking, trying to get lines on this game. I'm trying to get to. I can never remember the site. But I was just trying to see what everyone had this game at, because I do think the line's fascinating. I think it is 10.5 is absolutely on its face, definitely disrespectful to BYU. But I you can't tell me that the BYU fan base isn't going to bring that number in a little bit,
Yeah, I think when I look at the composite on this game, most people, you can get it at 8.5. But you can also get it at 12, which I think is a huge number. And when I look at Vegas Insider, which is probably the site that I use most.
Yeah.
I feel like the right number on this game is probably 6.5, but that won't bring enough money.
But look at how this opened on Vegas Insider. Yeah, it opens at 8.5, and it's graduated to 10 in a lot of places, and now 10.5, obviously. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the Texas Tech crowd's getting in on the action early, and that's why the number's moving away from BYU. But that's kind of wild to me.
I think it's a really tough game to handicap. That's what I think. I mean, you look at the consistency in the number. I mean, across the board, it's 10 or 10.5 now. From Fanatics to FanDuel, ESPN Bet still has it at 10.5, 105. In a very short time, I think ESPN Bet's become the most consistent book on the internet. So, I feel like if you can get it below 10, I probably would bet.
Absolutely.
BYU.
Absolutely.
I would bet BYU. That'd be my advice, but I don't know how likely that is. I think this is going to be a very close game. 10.5 is ridiculous. I think
I'm trying to understand if we set aside the obvious, hey, we want people to bet on this game situation, I mean, clearly this line has to be about BYU's offense, right? I mean, certainly this wouldn't be about BYU's defense.
It's about Tech's offense. I would agree with that. It's about Tech's offense. And I mean, they've earned that. I don't know that they've seen a defense that is this much of a playmaker. I mean, obviously they just wore out. Tech's defense wore out Utah's offense, which always has the reverse effect. You're crushing your defense when you can't stay on the field. And I think we saw that with Utah, but I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's an insult. Ryan says, well, I'm done listening to this show if you think Texas is better than Notre Dame. Okay. Hey, man.
You've lost all credibility, Monty.
As a Notre Dame fan and alumnus, I can see the fact that they were at a higher ranking than what may be deserved. Because, again, I don't think Notre Dame sucks. I am a passionate Notre Dame fan. I don't think Notre Dame sucks. What I think the issue for me is we have not played necessary competition to regain the footing that we have in the standings, in the rankings, rather. It's as simple. We lost the only 2 games that matter to us. And one of them was at the stadium. If we can't even defend our home field, how good is this club really? And I look at Texas, and Texas's defense, they're just so multiple. They can play in so many different sets against so many different styles. It's really hard to attack Texas's defense. Notre Dame's defense is not difficult to scheme. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. This team, Notre Dame's defense, in my opinion, really struggles in zone because they just don't practice zone. They practice man technique. And I think what we saw with Miami and Texas A&M is you saw a young quarterback in CJ Carr who didn't have the experience to compete against those clubs. And I very much understand that. But I feel like CJ's turned into a really good quarterback now. Would we beat this incarnation of Miami? Well, yeah. But we didn't get to play this incarnation of Miami. And Texas A&M, in my opinion, was just a better football team because the quarterback was simply a better quarterback at that point.
Certainly.
I don't think that's rocket science. I don't even think that's controversial. Fuck, man. Like, don't you think I want Notre Dame to make the college football playoff? I do. I absolutely do. But I take my fandom out of it and I analyze it critically. And I'm just telling you, Notre Dame's not one of the 12 best teams in the country right now. Texas is a better, more especially when Arch plays the way he played last weekend. Texas is a better, more well-rounded defense, and Arch is a better quarterback than CJ Carr when he plays like that. And it's 2 weeks in a row he's played like that. So,
and now we'll get to find out against Georgia. So, I mean, the great equalizer will be, or the great opportunity will be there. We'll if Arch plays against Georgia the way he played against Vandy, you can't dispute it anymore.
And I didn't love what I saw of our guys against BC. I think there is a little bit of that for me, that when I look at the lackluster opening, and I don't, and I'm not trying to be redundant, and I'm sorry if you find it redundant, but we don't have a killer instinct on this defense this year. And did Notre Dame escape Boston College? I think Colin Cowherd said they escaped Boston College. We beat Boston College soundly. Notre Dame was never in danger of losing that game, mainly because Boston College couldn't score in the second half. But we certainly were never in a position where we were dominating Boston College. And I think it's one of those games where, like CJ Carr, I felt like his numbers look great on paper. What was he, 299? I think it was 299 and 2 touchdowns in that game. And okay, but I don't feel like CJ played a great football game. Now, I could be wrong. I think Faison's emerged. Obviously, Jeremiah Love has really come into the back we all thought he was going to be the last several weeks, but this is not a dominant team. No, I agree, D-Rock. Notre Dame can't afford a BC moment from here on out. There's zero room for error. You got to beat wholesale ass the rest of the way. I think my opinion is if Texas wins out, Notre Dame's the team that's on the outside looking in until some of these other guys fall. And if Texas beats Georgia, Texas beats A&M, like now there's just so many moving parts. If Texas beats Georgia, Georgia's not falling out of the top 10.
But honestly, I mean, you're not. You're fine here. I mean, look at the teams that are going to fall out of this, right? I mean, obviously, I have to think, Virginia's probably going to lose some credibility after some other teams win some bigger games. Ole Miss hasn't exactly broken into the CFP yet. So they, they're still a question mark team to me, even though they're really good. And then BYU and Texas Tech, right?
What do you mean really good? What do you mean?
Ole Miss is a really good team. Ole Miss is I think 6 is proper. I think you've got a great quarterback. Obviously, Lane's doing a great job. They're very competitive against any SEC competition. So again, when I look at this initial bracket, if this were to be the bracket, Ole Miss versus Virginia is an embarrassing game. I mean, that might as well be, to me, that might as well be,
That's
I'm
not interesting.
Yeah, I don't even need to
It's
watch
not
that game,
interesting.
dude. I don't need to watch that game. And same, and again, Georgia in the 5 seed against Memphis potentially. That I get it. That's just the luck of the draw there. But I just think that this, Ohio State down
Ohio
to
State.
Ole Miss, I think is a lock. Those
Hey,
teams
play the drop.
those teams there
Mhm.
are about as locked as you can get.
Ohio State.
Thank you. Thank you.
After that though, depending on who wins BYU Tech, is Utah able to climb up into the rankings? Who knows? And
Utah's going to have every opportunity.
so that's why I'm saying, like, I understand everyone's upset about Notre Dame, but the reality is they're going to fight the narrative about, hey, Texas potentially beat Georgia. Okay, is Georgia out of here then at that point, and Texas is in, and Notre Dame's still in, or like what are we doing? So that's
But
what I'm
it's
saying.
But isn't this the reason that the college football playoff thrives?
Yes.
What
Yes,
did
it
you
is.
say? How many times did you say that last year?
Yeah, it's why the format is so good, because it does come down to people making decisions and there's drama. I mean, this is the, and we'll get into it, but this is the Jerry Jones strategy. Hey, you got to stir it up. You got to stay in front. You got to always be pushing the narrative, and that's what the CFP does.
Jera. I would agree with that. And I do want to get in the Jerry Jones. I do. Half the chat is done with this show. Heard Monty say the same thing twice. No Country for Old Men is a great movie. If you like that, give Hell or High Water. It's a great movie. It is. Domer Wop.
Hey, Domer.
Beach. Hello. BC was an atrocious performance. We're still making rookie mistakes at week 11. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know what you guys think of this, but I feel like Marcus Freeman, the biggest hole in his coaching ability right now is fundamentals. Those little details, Aiden Schuler taking dude's neck off at Miami. Improper depth on the play that led to the field goal against BC is a really good example of this. Miscommunication in zone concepts. It's week 11, and our defense miscommunicates in zone concepts. And we only play, I don't know, you, Domer and D-Rock, you guys watch as much as I do. I think we probably only play half a dozen zone concepts a game defensively because we play so much man. But you look at Aiden wanting to blow a dude up instead of wrap, right? Like, I mean, if he wraps that guy, I think was it A&M? I think Aiden Schuler, I can't remember, but Aiden Schuler probably once every other week will put a shoulder into a guy's thigh, and maybe the guy falls down. Most times he doesn't. And then you'll see him come back and he'll approach with his hands. And that guy's on the ground. Aiden Schuler's a great tackler. He wants to be a great hitter, and he's not. SC, it was USC. Thank you, Marcus. It was USC. And it's incredibly frustrating that you had King Miller on the ground and didn't wrap. And it now, again, I don't feel like we were ever in jeopardy of losing to SC. That's just my opinion. I think we played really consistent offensive football through most of that game. But King Miller, to his credit, and I think Aiden Schuler with that tackle in the backfield, you see him miss with the shoulder hit. King bounces outside. But then what happens next time in the backfield? Schuler comes in, wraps up, tackle for loss. Right? And what Aiden's got much better at is now he's playing the football instead of the man a lot more when the ball's in the air, which you like that quite a bit more. But I don't know. I'm not trying to be a Notre Dame show, but I think we have had 23 missed tackles this year. It's been terrible for a team that you guys last year. Our signature was there are no yards after the catch. The yards after first contact, none, 0. Texas has a harder schedule than Notre Dame, so even if both teams win out, Texas will have better wins because Texas would have beat A&M and Notre Dame lost to them. Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. James waiting to reply, how does it feel? Massage or fingering probe? What is wrong with you?
So James, and let me see if I can grab it really quick. James commented a legitimate comment or a genuine comment about the butt buzzer. Right here. Here it is. There's a lot of research on my, quote, implant. It works. The goal is to strengthen the muscles around the colon. So then we scroll down and we get...
James, what are you doing right now, bro?
Feels like you are in a massage chair. It's more about your lower back.
Oh, yeah. Work lower.
We don't take any shit.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely one way to go about it, bro. No doubt. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Fuck. Why, God? Why? Can LSU just shut up and hire a coach? So Verge Osbury gets the job yesterday as the full-time athletic director, right?
Yeah.
They remove the interim tag.
Right.
Wade Rouse, the new LSU president, goes on Nolan's radio today. I removed the interim tag. He's the acting AD. Guy, did you not learn from the governor what's the difference between an interim and an acting?
Absolutely nothing, motherfucker.
Like nothing. There's no difference. And then he followed that up with, but he's fully empowered to go hire the. No, he's not. No, he's not. Nobody wants to work for an acting interim, not permanent asshole guy. I want LSU. I want LSU to be so good because LSU is one of those, how you have your team, like I'm Notre Dame, like I stroke it 21 times a month to Notre Dame. They totally get it. LSU is like the left hand. I'm a little bored. LSU.
Go ahead and try me then.
Right? Like LSU, Notre Dame, LSU. Hey, baby. Right? Like it's that left hand. And now you said you removed the interim tag and he's,
You just have to start stroking guys.
Who's taking that job? Hey, Dan Lanning, it's interim, kind of not really full-time AD.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You suck.
Hey, Elaine. It's Verge over at LSU. Oh yeah, you're filling in for somebody.
Yeah, seriously, stupid ass questions, dude.
You're filling in for somebody. Like,
I mean, what do you even say to that, dude?
You're filling in for somebody.
Why, man?
Boom. Out of here.
Why?
Like, why? How is it this bad? How do you have no plan, no question, or no plan, no strategy? Again, this is what I've been saying. So fire Brian Kelly. He's the problem. Our AD sucks. Fire him too. Okay, cool. Well, the current AD just said that he's removing the interim tag and Buddy's the acting AD.
Help me.
Let me get this right. You fired Mr. Family Guy only to be more embarrassing before you hired someone. Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations. Lane Kiffin just got the job in Florida if he wants it. That's what you did.
Idiots. I mean, honestly, how difficult is this, dude? Like, how hard is it to understand?
Yes, Scoop. They're winging it. Oh, let me go do this interview. Hey, so you removed the interim tap. Yeah, he's kind of temporary and stuff. Manpower
for somebody.
over. Yeah, Verge came over from Manpower Services. I don't know any other staffing services by name.
Family.
You know, he literally said, according to Ross Dellinger, I removed the interim tag. He's the acting AD. He has my full authority to go find us a coach for the best job in America.
Hey, bud. Let me break some news to you. You're not the best job in America.
Not now, you're not.
Idiots.
Yeah, Mike. Acting AD, interview with Ron DeSantis.
Like, honestly, I mean, do you know how bad you got to mess it up to get a comment like this that's factual? I mean, like,
oh, man.
Dude,
where would you rent? So Florida, what's the best open job right now?
Florida is the best job. I'm telling you, you've lost all credibility at LSU, dude. You and by all accounts, Brian Kelly has handled the firing well, even though he ChatGPT'd the hell out of that letter that got posted on X today.
Who cares? It was good. What did you guys see that? Brian Kelly basically said, "Yeah, hey, happy to negotiate a settlement, but you sons of bitches are paying me." Family.
Family.
But you know, I feel like Florida's the best open job at this point. I'm not even sure it's arguable.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
12,000 people watching the show. You guys comment. Who do you think is the best job?
Well, I mean, now that James has added John Sumrall to his black book here, I mean, you know, come on, dude. Like, do you
James,
have no concept of like, come on.
You just went from massaging your colon to who LSU is going to hire. Maybe we settle down a little bit. You know. John Summerall is going to get a job, but not LSU. They're not going to hire. And I keep saying this, and I know that I don't kill guys like Oak State James does. Like, I don't have a tombstone of death.
Well, as Jared said, it's not murdering people, so you know,
it's just ending their careers. And
there's no difference, though. I mean, come on. Like, what?
John, the problem is, okay, you guys are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Hey, James, the problem is, I believe John Summerall's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Could be wrong.
I personally believe.
I met John Summerall I met John Summerall in the Iraq, and you know,
family.
Trying to figure out, why do you have that sheep outfit on, bud? And he said, well, sheepskin is better like that. Sheepskin's better for the colon. Ask Oak State James. James said, I asked a question. I didn't say they should hire him. Just, is your mom's rack really supple? I mean, I'm not, look, I didn't say it was. I'm asking. Caleb? Anyway, the problem is Louisiana governor is going to scare away all the good choices. No, it's LSU. They'll get a job. I think it's time for a live chat call. Oh my God. By the way, BDM sent one of the greatest videos ever.
There is a peen bomb in here, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, some people did point out to me that sometimes I don't warn you when Big Daddy Magic's going to go full crazy dude on us.
Yeah, Monty, I've got my two daughters in the back seat, and BDM's out here talking about poking the neighbor. I mean, come on.
Which was amazing. Amazing.
Okay, hold on. Here it is. Please let me finish charting my 4 p.m. class. Over under that Dana appears in the next 2 minutes.
Bro, who's stopping you from doing anything besides your butthole? I mean, nobody's stopping you from charting anything, bro.
Bro, chart this, James.
What? What are you talking about? Like, who is stopping you? Why won't it let me play this video? Oh, it's an MOV. All right. I guess I need to
Just
go
play it
in.
on your phone, bro.
Yeah, I need to go in. Hold on. Chart this, James.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Hey, player. Buffalo beat Kansas City. Keep talking crap about Cole Bishop. You're not going to say anything because you're going to head on to your show and say, hey, thank you, sweet Jesus. The Bears quarterback has a penis. So long.
So long.
All right, bro. Thanks for
I
the
don't
contribution.
know. Yeah. So, James, who's stopping you from charting anything? Saw, dude. Hey, dude. Saw, dude.
Bruh.
Nobody, dude.
Bruh.
No. What are you talking about? Nobody is telling you to stop charting. James?
Erroneous on both counts.
Isn't that why you got the butt buzzer, so you'd stop charting yourself? I mean,
Hot ass.
Dana.
Dude.
Johnny
Bro.
Ringo. Six, seven. Casey will watch the film, make adjustments, and the Chiefs will. Dude, go chart.
Go, you had to go chart. What are you doing?
You have a 4 p.m. group, rectally speaking.
We don't take any shit.
James does. Thanks to the
Yeah,
bum.
he does. Yeah.
The Chiefs will beat the Bills in the playoffs. I'm 100% confident of that. Well, congratulations, Buffalo, on that Super Bowl win. James has my permission to chart. Mine too. Do you chart us an encounter each day? Do you chart us as an encounter? Yeah. Do you need therapy after you get this kind of happening? Singing 6-7 while doing the Donnie dance. Talk about nightmare fuel.
Nah, I'm good.
Jerry Jones, without further ado.
What you do, Stephen A., is a little bit of my philosophy. Okay? Controversy. Controversy. I'm serious. Dead serious. Not serial killing. Not that. But controversy. The Dallas Cowboys probably have the kind of interest that we have in no small part because we stay out front and we stay controversial. When it gets slow, I stir that up. Fact.
Literally just said
Fact. Does that sound like anybody I know?
Sound a little familiar.
Okay.
Sound a little familiar.
My point.
So in other words, you'll love you or you'll hate you, but you'll never be bored with you.
Well, my point is, I just want to be relevant. I just want you to be over here looking at.
I
Okay.
mean, I want to be relevant too.
Yeah.
I mean,
What the hell is relevant, Jera? Like, what?
But you saw what he also said, didn't you?
I personally believe
Relevant? He meant relevant. Come on, you guys.
Dude, this is not the first time even this year he has
Come on.
said he's in it for the media. In August, I believe it was August 12th, it was going around on Twitter today. Hey, August 12th, I believe it was, Jera said that, he was in it for the media and wanted all the attention and everything. I mean, this is why this guy does what he does. And
he did what he did.
And again, it's Quinnen Williams and Sauce going where they're going just to get attention. Not because you want to win a ball game, not because you want to win a Super Bowl. No.
You don't believe that, though. I think
No, I do believe that. I do believe that. I think he makes his moves because he wants attention. I don't think that he genuinely is like, oh man, my day is made or broken on if we're a Super Bowl contender. I really don't think that that's how he goes about it. I think
I don't think they're great groundbreaking trades. I like Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams is a good pickup. But you essentially traded Micah Parsons for Quinnen Williams and a first-round pick. That's what he did. It's hard to argue that. So I don't think it's like some earth-shattering deal. You know, Dallas went out. Wait, are you done charting now? We don't want to disturb you. Dallas went out and got a DT and a linebacker in trades. They're not great moves. Then he has to open his mouth. But wait, hang on. Why are they great moves? I mean, you're assuming that these deals are not about this year, I would hope. The linebacker's 87 years old and was being pushed out in Cincinnati. And Quinnen Williams' numbers are so terrifyingly bad this year. His performance drop-off has been precipitous. Like, it's not good. And I think I would assume Jerry made these moves for next season. Because you're not going to make the playoffs. You're not. We should send the Rock to tell him, know your role and shut your mouth. Listen.
First of all,
that's not the Rock.
That's not the Rock, bro. If you're going to quote drops, can we at least quote the right person?
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Sorry, dude. That's not first team all Ozempic himself, Dwayne Johnson. Okay.
I don't think he did Ozempic.
Oh, I do. Bro, his face is.
I think he lost a lot of weight. I think he lost. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, they're not. Yeah. He's not wrong. There is a marketing strategy that is predicated on love and hate. Hate brings viewers. It does. You're exactly right.
Why would anyone want to go and play there, dude? Honestly. I mean, if you had your choice, you would never choose to go and play for Jerry Jones. You wouldn't.
Yeah. Jerry is a terrible GM, but he's a genius businessman. They have not been a great team in a long time, but they are the most valuable sports franchise in the world.
I agree with that.
Are they the most valuable?
They were recently, yes. I mean, we'd have to check current time. If not, they're certainly top 5.
I think, well, yeah, of course they are. Where does Forbes have them at? Yeah, they are 10 billion. Yankees are second.
Yeah.
Knicks are third. Lakers, Warriors, Patriots. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, James, stop doing stuff like this right here. They're not worth $5 billion. That's just not true. That's just not true, dude.
James. If I have to ask you again, you're going to be grounded. I will take your Wolves away.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Go chart. Yes, they have been the most valuable for the last few years. Wow. Most valuable apparently doesn't depend on field performance. No,
nope.
He's making money.
I mean,
he was referring to Dallas, the city, boy. Hey,
he's got an NHL game happening in 27, isn't it? I mean, he got that done, so that's kind of cool.
Yes.
He does invest heavily in the building, no doubt.
Yes, he does.
So I
think is fine rectally, but I don't know, man. I feel like Jarrah's fine.
I mean, he's graduating. At least now he's maturing into admitting his strategy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I want the Dallas Cowboys to win games because the NFL's better when they do. That's not going to happen until he is I don't know.
You understand, though, the majority of people alive who are NFL fans have not seen
don't know who Troy Aikman is.
Yeah, they don't know Dion as a Cowboy.
Yeah. I would not consider Jerry Jones brilliant in any form. He screwed over people and stepped on vulnerable people to enhance himself. You're not wrong about that. Check the lawsuits. Jerry Jones doing Howard Stern model before Howard Stern could have been. The Charter. Jerry Jones does a good job getting sponsors. Yes, his marketing team is very good, but he runs his mouth too much. I don't disagree. Jerry won't retire till he's 6 feet under for at least a week. Could be. Should Jerry Jones focus on raccoon meat ranch? Get along, little doggies. God, can you imagine eating raccoon? Again, we talked about dog the other day.
Nope, not interested.
I still cannot believe. I can't remember who said they ate dog.
Greg.
Was it? No, it was not Greg Hawkins.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought he had said years ago he did. No?
I don't think so. Maybe
it was
I think it was
Ricochet.
Scoop. Wasn't it Scoop who was in Fiji or something and they fed him like a Siberian husky kebab? That's
I'm unfamiliar with it.
Is Jaden Blue a legitimate running back? Can he be a star? Well, they're not using him. Jaden Blue having trouble getting out of the doghouse.
Yeah, that's true.
I did in Fiji.
Yeah, Scoop. There you go. Yeah, bro. I mean, what did you have it over medium?
Son of a bitch! It was a black
dude. Bro.
Hell no, wasn't no Siberian husky, Monty. I'm a black lab.
Okay, I just need a couple of questions answered. Honestly, all jokes aside,
the black lab's ass was unbelievable.
First of all, was it already chopped up, or was this like a pig cookout type style? Like, what did you do here?
Why?
First of all,
what?
Second of all, are you having dog over medium, or what? What's the deal?
Stop. Nobody.
What are we doing?
Hey man, to put that thing on a spigot and put it in over the fire.
Well, I'm being serious. If it's in Fiji, I don't know, dude. I mean, you can't tell me you can roll into a restaurant and get dog. I mean, come on.
No.
Come on.
I want nothing to do with this. I don't want to eat dog. I don't want that. No.
Okay. Well, how did it happen then, dude? I need some details.
Now we need to know what happened to my dog, Skip. You're making me sick. I have a black lab. He's dead to me.
Dude.
Bro.
So I'm not far off that this was a backyard event then.
They didn't know a special guest was coming. They said, hey, this Scoop guy's pretty cool. We got to shoot the dog and eat it.
This is a tasty burger.
We sacrificed 100 bulls in your honor, sir.
Bulls. Save the bulls.
Bro, I can't even. Oh my God.
Bro, Joseph Harper, bro, it's hibachi, dude. That's the name. Come on.
Did you just say that Benihana? You walk into a hibachi restaurant and they're like, okay, chicken, beef, shrimp, black lab, or lamb.
Dog.
Who says no to dog?
Yeah, sorry, dude. Somehow that's not the special I was looking for, dude.
Dude, I can't even. Yeah,
no, I'm good.
Button. Thank you. Hit the like button, please. No. Some stilly dog in Korea was driving ambulance to Seoul once and saw someone hanging a dog over a small bridge.
Dude, come on, bro. Come on.
How did you know what it was?
And did you have guilt over eating it?
Did they tell you, okay, hey, here's our guy Benji. He was a good dog. But we wanted you to eat well, Mr. Scoop.
Standards don't matter.
I'm not doing an Asian accent, but the point is.
Yeah, I guess, dude. I guess. Yeah.
Kibble fed or can fed? Damn, now we have all this Elpo sitting over here. What are we going to do with it? Time to go rescue another one. Rescue another one. Bro. I was eating and they told me after a few bites.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Admit it was good. You liked it.
You liked it,
damn.
and you only disliked it after you figured out it was dog.
Damn, this is some tender meat.
Yeah, how do y'all cook them thighs?
Is this what? I can't quite put my finger on this. What kind of meat is this lamb? No, it's black lab. Yeah,
No, I'm good, dude. Nope.
Like, do you just decide? Is it one of those things where you're like, yeah, I don't want to go hunt for any boar. I'm tired today. I'm just going to shoot spot. It's been a good dog anyways. It's like 10 years old. He's lived a good life. All right, little Jimmy, fire up what do you even fire up the Traeger? Like, do you smoke the dog?
Dude. I don't
The
know.
dog was killed in an accident on the beach. Most exotic thing you've ever eaten. Five Guys.
Mac and cheese, PB&J.
No, come on. Most exotic thing you've ever eaten.
I had, before I moved, I tried sushi before at Roost Chris and hated it. Absolutely hated it.
God.
Awful, terrible, garbage, below not good.
God, I know I know you're not real, God, but why have you forsaken me like this?
Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm not diverse enough to try dog, okay? Judge me.
No, asshat. Sushi's not exotic. Well, it was a spicy tuna roll. It's not exotic.
Okay, well, what's exotic? The spicy chip challenge?
Eel.
No,
Like
I
eel.
haven't had
Squid.
fish meat, dude. No, yeah, I've had squid before. I have.
Okay, I'll at least give you squid. But do you know how unworldly you are sometimes? Well, I've never seen The Godfather. Here it comes. Here we go. Okay,
What's
here
up,
we go.
motherfuckers?
Fat ass is going to go on a rant about how I haven't seen The Godfather and I love Nemo. You're the same guy who came to visit last week and you left your Harry Potter body wash in the bathroom.
Smells good. I didn't have an issue.
Dude, have
Smells
you ever
good.
forearm strengthened a Harry Potter in the shower? Trust me, you ought to try
It legit smelled good. It did.
Yeah, Gumby, sushi's only exotic if it comes from a gas station.
So why are you talking to me? Because you know damn well I wouldn't get sushi at a gas station.
Oh my God, I just want somebody help me. Oh my God, many Asians started eating dog because they were starving after the Japanese. Okay, don't make it like a life or death thing, Greg.
I'll see you in Valhalla.
That's not nearly as fun to talk about when people have to eat dogs to survive.
Iraq.
Well, Monty, they started eating dogs after the SNAP program was ended. Probably too much.
Bro, Greg, chill, dude. Jesus.
It's pretty easy to tell if it's a dog hanging up for meat.
Bro.
Well, that's a pig and that's a lamb. Huh, look at that. That kind of looks like a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Yeah, can I get a quarter pound of the Ridgeback over there, bud? You know, I've always wondered if poodle's tender. Can I get a sample of that? Like,
You see, I'm a guy of simple taste.
what do you do if you walk into a wet market and you see Lassie hanging up on a rope?
Dude, no. I don't know. I mean, what am I even supposed to say? What kind of question is that, dude?
No. The answer is no. Greg, what's
It's
the
a no
most
question.
Yeah, what's the Greg, because Greg's been around the world. Greg's no virgin. Okay.
Greg's worldly, unlike some people on this show.
Mainly you.
Right.
Greg,
Right.
what's the most exotic, weird, odd thing you've ever eaten? I'm curious. I finally spelled 2 words right. Congratulations. Greg, put those statements in your advocate's donation. No, don't. Hence the phrase dog eat dog world. Oh my God. Daniel Dixon, what's up, dude? Next thing we'll talk about is eating cat. Oh, God. I won't eat a pig, let alone a cat that rolled. No, we're not doing that. Cobra blood in Thailand.
Is that supposed to be good?
Isn't it poisonous? Oh. In South Dakota, it's called the Christy Gnome Special. Wow. I'll send pictures of dog meat in the members chat later.
Dude, brother.
We're gonna light that thing on fire, man. The Christy Gnome Special. Oh, now, cat, I eat that, but only the way my wife prepares hers. Ho ho! Cobra blood sounds like a badass energy drink. Okay. Thailand, they put uncooked blood on food. It's gross.
Dude, what are we doing? And you're moving there, are you not?
Yeah, in like 6 days.
Oh.
Hey, have we seen the last of little Kyler? Did you guys see they put him on the injured list?
Right.
And I think we've probably seen the last of him.
Pick it up. Walk back. Down. Walk. One more. Right there. Go. Up. One. Come on.
Get it, bro. Get it.
Up.
Violence in that face, Kyler.
Up.
Ass to grass.
Attaboy. Get it. Look at Jacoby Brissett spotting for him, too. Great teammates.
The gloves, though.
Do you think he's hurt enough that they IR him because of Brissett?
Yes.
There is a massive conspiracy theory going around that he's not really that injured.
Yeah, I think they IR'd him to put the controversy to bed for a minute. And listen, I mean, you owe him a lot of money, as you and I have discussed multiple times.
His dead cap number next year is like 57 mil.
So you can't just cut him. But, the reality is you're 3-5. And yeah, there's still a lot of runway here, but it's going to be hard for you to make the playoffs currently. I mean, you're going to have to really turn it around and win 7, 8, 9 games in a row here to get it done. And that's what I think they're looking at. They're saying, hey, Brissett gives us the best chance to win. And yeah, Kyler, needs to be given the opportunity to fully focus on getting healthy instead of trying to come back ASAP. So it works out. Just the same way it worked out for good old Brocktober in the Bay Area to be put on, the injured list so that Mac could keep macking. So I don't have any doubt.
I think Kyler Murray was a terrible pick to begin with. I think he's a bust. I think the contract extension only exacerbated that and doubled down on that bust.
But let's not forget how they acquired him in the draft, right? This was only after you moved up to get Josh Rosen. That flamed. You got out of that. You moved back up, and then you got him.
Bust. Huge bust. Josh Rosen. Ooh.
Yeah, bro.
There are some folks, by the way, real quick. There are some folks DMing me from Texas Tech who said today is the most spirited football practice that they've seen at Texas Tech since they began their employ there. Could be crazy. Greg Hawkins, I did this TV show where they made me eat a whole plate of blood. It was cold. I didn't like it, but it wasn't that bad. Human blood? Human or non-human?
Yeah, dude, Greg, I don't know how you do that, bro.
Human or non-human?
Biologics.
I would think.
Dude.
Biologics.
I don't, I'm good, dude.
Now Scoop is saying he rescues senior cats. He's a huge animal lover.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. It was that experience back in the day that really changed the course of your life, huh?
Whose blood? Biologics? Exactly.
Biologics.
Greg, is there video of this? Oh. Can you imagine drinking a plate of?
Let's wind the clocks back a year.
I cannot.
Yeah, and I agree with dude here. I mean, this is a legitimate question, Greg. I'm sorry, bro. I have to ask. Legitimate question. Greg, for real. Are you a serial killer?
Did he mean FTR?
Yeah, do you mean FTR? Or, I don't really understand the execution there, bro. Might have to go back and watch the film.
Oh my God.
And again, I have to address too, dude, James, either go and chart or don't. Like you said you had to go and chart. Now, I'm not a serial killer. I'm Asian. Bro, what does that mean? Like, what is that? Like, what?
That opens the door for so much.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
Like,
I'm not a...
dude.
Wait a minute. There has to be Asian serial killers. Are there no Asian serial killers? Serial killers. Let's see. There have been a number of notorious serial killers of Asian descent, with cases occurring across various countries in Asia and involving Asian Americans. Notable figures including Yang Xinhai, Yu Young Chul, and Tsutomu Mizuyaki of Japan. My God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious? Yang Xinhai killed 67 people. Confirmed kill 67. A Chinese serial killer and mass murderer who confessed to 67 murders was sentenced to death and executed, dubbed the monster killer by the media. He is the most prolific known serial killer in China since the establishment of the People's Republic in 1949. Bro, that's a body count. And they killed him in 2000. Like, dude, they don't play around in China. They don't play around in China. Yang was,
I mean, over there, it's eye for an eye, ain't it?
November 3rd, 2003. He was put to death. February 14th of 2004. So 3 months. 3 months he was sentenced to death on February 1st, and his ass was out the box in February 14th. I love that. Wow, of course there's video of it. It was on a TV show. Ooh. Man, I'm a serial CEREAL killer. I killed Captain Crunch for breakfast this morning. See, I love the idea. Like, if you get convicted, what are we waiting around for a decade for?
Yeah, why is it that you're able to just live out the rest of your days? I mean, if you're willing to end someone else's life, isn't that a reasonable thing?
I mean, Donnie's not coming to save you unless your last name's Diddy. Right? Did you hear that story today? Diddy is telling people in prison, oh, Donald Trump's pardon's coming by the end of the week. He's telling people, how many people does Donald Trump lose if he pardons Diddy?
The question is, will he know that he pardoned Diddy?
Well, Donnie does use the auto pen, doesn't he? Yeah, everybody wants to know the name of the TV show, Greg. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can. I'm not super down to talk politics today, but I don't think you can pardon. I mean, there are limitations. Man's got to know his limitations, bro.
You can't pardon, Diddy.
You can't pardon, bro, dude. I mean, come on, dude, come on.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can pardon Diddy, but. We'll see. How about the events down in Mexico? Bro, did you guys
Yeah, we can talk about this too.
Did you guys see this? This is the president of Mexico. And She's just walking down the street, she said she was going from one building to another. He full on groped her. So let me get this straight. You don't have the Secret Service? How does he get that close to her? That he full on groped her. And groped her. And now security steps in. Look at all the people pawing at her.
Yeah, I don't understand how, first of all, if we're just talking security before we talk about groper guy, how is she allowed to just walk around as an elected official like that in a group of people with no security detail around her, providing a shield? That's the first question. How does that work in that kind of condition?
With all the politicians the cartels have offed, you're telling me that it's safe to just let her be groped by some dude? Is it like that's what we're doing now? That's incredible to me. That is incredible to me that she said the explanation was I was walking from one building to another because it was quicker than driving. And, President Scheinbaum just gets groped by some dude. And where is her security? That's what's so amazing to me. And now, I'll have you know, thankfully, he's in custody and she's pressing charges. And that kind of activity is a felony. And my question is, if you're the president of Mexico, are you on the street shaking hands and posing for pictures with people? No.
Well, we have people saying in the chat, like Johnny's saying that apparently her and the cartel have some sort of understanding that the cartel has been good to her, allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't care. This guy was way too close.
Yeah, I just don't understand how he's able to just physically contact her at all in any way, shape, or form, let alone grope her. I mean, that's crazy, bro.
And they don't tackle him. They're like, hey, no, hands off the rack, dude. Like, they're just kind of shooing her away.
Yeah, it was rather casual.
Like,
I mean, you got guts to be walking around the street like that, dude. I'll give her that. I mean, you deserve a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Is she in with the cartels? Don't know, don't care. Yeah, and it's better than the cartels taking her out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? You're not that wrong. It's the Cersei Lannister. Shame, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
shame,
dude.
Right? Like, what are we even doing that the president of Mexico is getting felt up by some scumbag on the street? And notice they don't tackle or knock her over anything. And she said, I didn't even know what happened until I saw the video. Come on. And now she's pressing charges. Right? Like, I think it's incredible to me that he did this and got away with it and I would have absolutely leveled him.
We did what we did.
If I was her security, he would have never got that close. But
here we are, and she's walking around the streets. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Stadium Gal Dana. Weird. In America, normally the president does the groping. Take it easy.
Funny.
Who the hell is that drunk in the middle of the day, dude? I don't even know. Yeah, and that's my point. Thank you for bringing this up. He tried to kiss her. Did you see that? Watch again. He tries to kiss her. Right? I'm like, it's weird. Security guy really knocked him out.
Yeah, I just don't know. And she's. she is like cordial to him. And I get that she said that she didn't know what had happened until, after she saw the film. What is this, the NFL?
Here's my question. Why do we as dudes do this? Why is this our default?
Well, I
know what I mean?
know. It's not my default. I don't know. And I don't think it's most dudes' default.
In general terms, we look at women as sexual objects.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me. I don't know who thinks that she's the president of Mexico and you're just going to walk up and play the bongos. Like, what? Are you kidding me? How is that okay? Giggity, who's been a member for 34 months.
Dude, I swear the numbers are going up faster than I can follow.
With new mustache, Monty might get groped walking the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming. It is. Whoa. I mean.
Do you believe?
Oh, yeah, it's coming in. Yeah.
I'm not the most patient guy, and I hate that water gets stuck in it. That's the number one thing I hate is that you can't eat or drink with it. I mean, it's helping me.
It's just a pain in the ass.
Because I'm fat, so it's helping. But no, it's not. No, it's not, Gumby. It's
bro,
dude.
It's thicker than mine. Are you serious with that comment, dude?
But I wear a size 15. I mean, bro.
A lot.
Dude, I wear a size 15 shoe over here, bro.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Ow, that's a thigh cramp. Ow. I just thigh cramped myself to prove a point that I'm not flexible. But my point is, it's not flavor. I guess Tony the Tiger is dead to me. Okay.
God
damn, gotta give a warning before those close-ups. Monty's like, my eyes are up here. Exactly. What we do, are we not, as dudes, we are boob obsessed. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No, go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong.
Don't think you're wrong, bro.
Eat a banana, Monty, will help with the cramps. Or I don't know, maybe I could get back to working out. I was bench pressing 200 pounds 4 weeks ago, and I haven't bench pressed at all. I was so close to 225 again. God dog it. Yeah. You live the horns they lost to Florida. You should not drink so early in the day, although it's not early. It's fine. You're not wrong. I would be careful with that. You'll get put in timeout.
Yeah.
I just think that this is brutal. This lady
it's just completely unacceptable. Yeah, it's completely unacceptable, dude.
Yeah. And it's no wonder that I'm just glad our presidents don't go through that. We don't have a female president.
We wouldn't know what it's like to have a female president.
If we did, I'm glad that somebody's not just walking up and grabbing beef shank. It's weird to me that would even cross your mind.
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking up to a woman you've never met and just like, hey, baby, how are you?
I mean, he must be mentally unwell. He has to be.
Her neck. That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
Like you leaned in fully like, oh yeah. Like that's weird to me. That's like those videos in the store where they're like, Daddy. Right? Like, what are you doing?
Not what you should be doing.
Not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Not what you should be doing at all. Monty, with respect, but there aren't the same standards outside the U.S. I've been shocked at what I've seen in the Middle East countries. Well, that's true.
That's a whole different world, bro.
I mean,
you're not wrong about that.
Yeah. And I think in the Middle East, we're talking about a completely different way of living because of their faith and,
the whole
things they adhere to. It's a whole different thing, but Johnny Gonzalez, all foreign leaders are like, when am I going to get a reach around in public? Dude, you don't want that. I grabbed a woman like that once and said, "It's okay. I was a stunt double for Crocodile Dundee." You lost me. Respect for women is not a principle worldwide. No, it's not. No, it is not. No, it's absolutely not. Neither is integrity in the UFC. Our latest gambling scandal is massive, and I wonder what you guys think. Let's talk about it after this from the advocates.
Injured in an accident? You may be entitled to a bigger settlement, up to 3.5 times bigger. Your initial consultation is 100% free, and we don't get paid unless we win your case. No matter the accident, we are here to help. The advocates will fight for you because you deserve clarity, you deserve justice, you deserve guidance, you deserve an advocate. Contact us today.
The Advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business, 24/7, 365. You can always count on a real live attorney being ready to help you with your case, whether you've been in a car accident, whether you got hit by a semi-truck, bit by a dog, got hit while riding your bike. Did you get hurt at work? Yes, they handle workman's comp. Get at them. It's not your fault your neighbor's dog got loose and attacked you or your family. You didn't deserve that, but you do deserve somebody to fight for you at theadvocates.com, where you never pay out of pocket. In fact, you don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case. All right, Jake, do you believe that the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, do you believe the UFC is fixed? Do you believe that Isaac Dulgarian fixed his fight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's pretty credible video evidence that he was involved. I mean, there's several. We can't play him because of copyright, but there are several instances in his fights where and I'll give him credit. Sales job's pretty good when you watch it live at speed, but when you actually know what you're watching and you pay attention, it's very clear that he, like in mixed martial arts in the UFC, guys are specifically trained not to give up their neck when they're on the ground. He was exposing his neck to chokes multiple times in order to throw fights. And sold the tap out, like, and you know what bothers me is that I, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's this year. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the mafias just are on a heater or something, but like, all these dudes are out here getting involved in this stuff, and they're doing this backwards. Instead of going to leadership to get out of the situation and to get help, they're hiding it. They're in, obviously everyone plays a different role and has different intent, but I just think it's really interesting that these guys get in these positions. Like, at what point are you realizing that this isn't going to end well for you? I mean, certainly at some point you got to understand that.
Yeah.
And that's what shocks me.
I think, and we don't have the Dana White video. Oh no. Well, Jake didn't do his job, but the point is, Dana White claims they went immediately to the FBI. I don't believe they did. I don't believe him. I think Dana is a very smart marketer. Dana White can't ever admit that they have a fight that was fixed. And Dana White's story is that they were alerted by the oversight body for gambling and sports betting that there was heavy money in one direction on a fight. And of course, Dana says, well, we went to the fighter and we asked him. He said, absolutely not. And then he says after the fight, they immediately went to the FBI. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I think every sport is susceptible to this, and every sport is dealing with this. Now, do I believe Dana White's complicit in this? I don't. I don't think Dana knew that Dulgarian was doing whatever he was doing, allegedly. Nothing's been proven, but Dana's not stupid. He knows if he comes out and he's like, well, yeah, we had this guy fixing a they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He can never say that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole sport's based on gambling. I mean, it's the whole thing. I mean, that's the whole idea of fighting sports, boxing, mixed martial arts, all of it. I mean, it's the identity of the sport, in my opinion, is that, you get to know the fighters, you follow them, and then you get your position. And I think it's what bothers me so much. And I think that, Dana White has a job to do, but I just don't think that Dana is stupid enough to fight the FBI, especially with how aggressive the FBI is right now. I think that Dana White understands how to do business. If he didn't, obviously he wouldn't get to where he is. And, I would agree that you can't be seen to have, a huge gambling problem in the UFC. But this is what shocks me about the NBA stuff, right?
Yeah.
And this whole, I mean, look, you look around sports and one-off instances in college football or whatever. Okay, that's one thing. But then when you have, this Steve Ballmer situation developing, which isn't gambling necessarily, it's moving money in an illegal fashion to pay a player, so it's not necessarily gambling, but you've got the Ballmer thing developing, obviously, the Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups situation is gambling. I just look at these leagues and I sit here and I say, like, dude, like, how can, leagues like the NBA survive if this is their image, let alone the UFC? And that's why I think that you get such strong takes out of dudes. And this is why it shocks me that Adam Silver just hasn't said anything. I mean, there hasn't been any type of damage control or anything. I mean, it's crazy to me that it's just like, yeah, we're just going to day after day, month after month, next guy on the totem pole to get caught. And we're just not going to say anything. And everything's just perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, and this is the best point, the natural. Yeah. Basic mistakes. And I think it's really tough when you go to Dulgarian and you realize he was fired from the UFC, reportedly kicked out of his gym. You realize this is not the first time that this has happened in the UFC. Another fighter was fired and he and his trainer were suspended by the, Nevada Athletic Commission. Like, this is what sports has become. And I think people have a heightened suspicion here because of how close Dana White and Kash Patel are. But I don't believe that Dana White is knowingly involved in gambling and he is allegedly a huge gambler. But I mean, Dulgarian was a big favorite in that fight, and all the money came in on an upset. And that's what set the alarm bells off. These guys are not super smart. These guys are not the smartest. These guys are not the smartest dudes in the world, right? Yeah. And I just think that the connections to the previous scandal, Dulgarian's old trainer, I think, was involved. Like, I don't know how you stop this. And I think, unfortunately, somebody's going to pay with their career again, right? And
that's what you're always playing with. I mean, you're always, again, when you're gambling inside of the sport, when you're, because there's a difference between, in my opinion, there's a difference between gambling on a sport, like if a basketball player is gambling on a game that he's not involved in versus a game he is involved in. That's two different things to me. And this is the worst of the worst, in my opinion. You're directly involved in the outcome of a fight going the way it's going against the odds, right? As you just said, right? There was heavy money on an upset. That's just, you're the worst of the worst, dude. And this is why I say, like, think about the UFC, man. You just went over to Paramount Plus for all of your fight. Yeah, and a huge deal. And so now there's no more pay-per-views or anything like that. You just have to have a Paramount Plus subscription. You have access to all that.
Yep.
And now you have stuff like this. And I just think that the UFC is a small enough entity to where Dana White can do damage control and it's fine and it'll blow over. I don't think that this situation will have people being like, oh, was this thrown or was that thrown? The way people are like, hey, like this is rampant in the NBA and this is a big issue. And now we see big time examples of it all over the place. And that's my biggest thing is that I'm really concerned that the NBA, because when I saw this, I was like, yeah, dude, all right, this is a one-off instance of late, you know, I mean, it's not the first time in the UFC, but it doesn't happen regularly. One-off situation here, and they'll be fine. But what would it take for people to stop trusting the league, the NBA? I mean, what would it take?
I don't trust them now. I'll be honest with you. How do you trust the NBA now?
Yeah.
Until Adam Silver gets fired and they get militant about it, I don't know how you trust him now.
I don't know. And it really sucks because it's like, you know, you've got, you know, like recently, you know, everyone giving love to Bronny for that alley-oop and everything going on in LA. And like, you know, you really have like some good storylines. You know, Giannis is averaging 36 a night right now, although it's, you know, early in the season. Like you've got some good stuff cooking in the NBA. And yet here we are wondering, hey, well, you know, what are we doing with this? And now it looks like Ballmer is absolutely right in the middle of this money workaround situation with Kawhi.
Yeah, and he's being sued over that. But who's going to do anything to Steve Ballmer? He's a billionaire. What are you going to find him? $100 million, $250 million? Probably not.
No, but I think that it's not even. I don't know that as far as the NBA is concerned. I don't even know that it's about doing something to him per se. I mean, I think you're going to kneecap the Clippers. That's what I think you're going to do. I mean, because that's what you care about if you're the NBA. I mean, the lawsuit obviously goes above and beyond the NBA and is a totally separate legal matter. But
rectally speaking.
Yeah. I mean, no butt buzzers were involved, but rectally speaking, I mean, you know, the Clippers should get absolutely piped. I mean, you should lose draft picks.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
You should lose draft picks. You should, you know, you in my opinion, you know, because there's evidence here, you should absolutely be limited on like if the cap is this much, you should be 30% lower. Like they should push down on the money they can spend, all of it, dude. Like I would be absolutely smashing them for probably 3 to 5 years at least.
And do what? How
penalize
do you do
them,
that?
make it so that they can't.
You
prevent them from the money they can spend. You lower their cap. You say, hey, you can only spend, if the cap is $5, you can only spend $3.
I think what you have to do is you have to take draft picks for years. You have to lower their salary cap. I agree with that. And I think you have to get super aggressive about enforcement because this is an integrity issue as much as cheating is.
And by the way, I do think you could go as far as to unwind Kawhi's contract if it is indeed proven how you acquired him, because that's where don't forget, that's where all of this stemmed from. All of this tree business, funneling money nonsense, all of this was born out of, hey, well, how did they go about, like, why did Kawhi choose the Clippers here? That, like, other teams were offering him more money. Why did he go to LA?
I don't know.
Like, so I don't know. It just bothers me that I feel like we're always talking about these, like, you know, just these nefarious, like, things happening. Like, not even like, so the NBA stuff, obviously the stuff in politics, like, it's just always something right now, man. There's always something happening, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you make the best of it. I don't know, because I don't believe, and this is just my opinion, I don't believe that this will ever stop because there's no incentive to stop it. There's incentive to do it, right? Like the way you make it stop is if this happened, Kawhi Leonard's banned for the rest of his contract. Like if he signed a 5-year deal and there's 3 years left, he can't play in the NBA for the next 3 years and he's not getting paid. You have to punish the player who knows it's wrong as much as the owner knows it's wrong.
I would agree with that.
But who's going to let that happen?
Yeah, and I don't know what's in the CBA as far as that's concerned either.
It won't happen.
Yeah.
Like it just, yeah, Greg. Yeah. Yeah. Comment dump. But did you see Hiroki Nakamura? Yeah. I did see that. I think I saw that. Chess tournament, throw king in crowd. But chess has turned into a young man rock star kind of thing. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's anyway. I don't think any of this is going anywhere. Yeah, why did Kawhi not join LeBron and AD? I wonder why. The Clippers literally had everything set up, and the Kawhi Leonard era screwed everything. It did. Yeah. And he should not be. I remember a time when we used to watch sports to get away from all the bullshit drama of the world. Yeah, that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, here we are.
That is not the case anymore. I honestly, I think in these situations where there's contract malfeasance, the player has to be punished as well.
Yeah.
The player has to be punished. Because the Players Association will never let that happen. That's why not. They'll never let it happen. I mean, that's just me. Famlor, the second team in major markets are looking horrible. You look at it from the White Sox in Chicago. Yeah, but the White Sox have a World Series. Angels and Anaheim, but the Angels, the second team in markets are terribly managed. You look at the owners of the White Sox and the Angels and the Jets. They're all dysfunctional. They don't hire good people. They try to save money. Look at the Oakland A's. Oakland A's had a dynasty when they were spending money.
Totally.
Game 7 numbers were gigantic. And I guess this is what it all goes back to. Like, do you guys care? Like, do you guys care if teams are cheating?
Yeah.
Look at Michigan fan. Michigan fan loves it. Their team did that. Loves it. Absolutely loves it.
Well, because I think they hide behind the guise of it's not cheating. That's why Michigan fan loves it. They try to say it's not cheating, but it absolutely is.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it is. Yeah, it's crazy. 25 million. Oh no, it was double that. With North America and Japan, it was like 50 something million. It was incredible. Huge chess fan, Hans Niemann fan. I love watching chess. Believe it or not. Yeah, 51 million. I know. Whoa. Cheating and charting, almost the same word. It is.
I know.
I know a nice beach in Fiji if you want to get away. Stop.
Bro.
And listen, they throw in the dogs for free. Ridiculous. Baseball has a long history of celebrating cheating, including stealing bats and corking bats and stealing signs.
Man, I'll never forget that corked bat, dude.
Huh?
I'll never forget the Sammy Sosa corked bat, dude.
Yeah, end of an era.
Yeah.
End of an era, without question. End of an era. Like heartbreakingly end of an era.
Yes.
Brutal. So, no real fan is cool with their team cheating. Oh, I think Michigan fans love it.
Yeah, but who are you talking about?
Astros fans. Look at Astros fans. Are you kidding me? You think Astros fans didn't love what they did? Come on. Turns out we have a lot of chess fans in the chat. Nice. I love chess. I used to play chess all the time. Jake doesn't have the aptitude for chess. Oh, look at that. Domer Wap, our newest member.
Okay.
Domer, welcome to the chat or welcome to the membership. Look at Aaron Wilson, a member for 31. Howdy, y'all. all looking forward to game day and a Czech win Saturday. Rack 'em, boy.
Yeah, dude. Good luck.
Aaron, you going to the game? Going to the game, Aaron? You going to throw some tortillas?
How's the mail delivery route, bro?
Aaron's an amazing human being. Aaron Wilson is an amazing human being.
Yes.
That guy is a baller, dude. Absolute baller. So good to see you, my guy. I don't know. You guys, I just think there's nothing sacred. There's nothing sacred at all in
Nope.
sports.
It has all been watered down and destroyed, dude.
I think they just don't care. But it is what it is. And I guess I'm just fine with that. Marcus says, Monty, you haven't given us an update on your Zepbound in a long time. You look fat today. Thank you.
Oh, man. Dude, that's just such a ringing endorsement. Thanks, dude. Wow.
Actually, Zepbound's going fine. I plateaued. I didn't lose weight the last week. And I'm going through this weird thing. I go through these stretches where it's what I call my pH being off. Like I'll get a zit and then I don't feel good. And that'll happen for a few days. That'll go away and everything will be fine. And I'll lose 37 pounds in 15 minutes. Like Zepbound's interesting. I've had more food noise the last 2 weeks on the 7.5 dose than I have the entire 90 days.
Were those the first 2 weeks on the 7.5? Or
yeah, I went from 5 to 7.5. And I have food noise like I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like it's kind of crazy. But I'm not eating poorly. Like today, again, I had that turkey breast and vegetables my wife made. I had Heritage Flakes for breakfast. I had oats for breakfast yesterday. I eat a protein bar every day. Like I'm not eating poorly. So I'm sleeping great.
Yeah.
Like my health is really good. The funny thing is I have low blood platelets. That's the one thing, but I've always had low blood platelets.
Have they advised you on what to do about it?
There's nothing to do about it. She wants me to get my blood retested. My new doctor that I went to wants me to get my blood retested, but
like in a certain amount of time or something,
like yesterday.
Oh,
but I've always been right around 150, but I also got a COVID vaccine, which is known to lower your blood platelet count.
Yeah.
Like last week, I got a COVID vaccine.
Right.
I don't know that it's that big of a deal, but we'll see. I feel great. I'm in great health. I am sleeping great. I'm eating well. It's just not. My feeling is that when you use Zepbound in a extended period of time, you're going to plateau. There's going to be weeks where you don't lose weight, and there are going to be weeks where you lose. Like the week before, I lost like 6 pounds.
Yeah.
But I also had terrible food poisoning a couple of weeks ago for like 3 days, just emptying the colon. Right. So
kind of had to reset from that a little bit.
I'm just kind of going through it a little bit. Now I feel fine. I'm totally normal. So, it's fine. What are you guys talking about now? I have a thyroid issue. What are the symptoms of a thyroid issue? Thyroid.
Low platelets, a symptom of thyroid.
Disorders affecting hyperthyroidism occurs when fatigue, weight gain, sensitivity to cold. No, that's not me. Depression. No, that's not me. Symptoms include weight loss, increased heart rate, anxiety, and bulging eyes. And an overactive. Are my eyes bulging? Lumps or growths on the thyroid gland that can be benign. No, that's not me. Like, where's your thyroid? Is down here, I think, or something. A rare but serious. No, don't have that. No thyroid issue, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, just doing a cursory search as to why your platelets would be low. I mean, I do think there's something to the vaccine.
Yeah, I think there's no question. That's what it is. But I don't joke. Yeah, I don't joke about my health at all. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think we all go through things as people. I mean, I think that we all ebb and flow, and like, some weeks feel really good, other weeks it's a little more average. I mean, I just think that that's something that we all deal with, and and then when you work your ass off every day and you do, you just go through life. I mean, I just think it's inevitable that you're gonna have good weeks and bad weeks or average weeks, whatever. So I just think it is what it is. I mean, if your doctor wants you to run it back again, then run it back. I mean, it doesn't hurt to confirm.
I think if I felt bad or if I had like low platelets means you bleed easily, you bruise easily, I don't have that. I don't knock on wood. I haven't had a bloody nose since I moved to Seattle, thankfully. But I'm really lucky I'm healthy. The only thing I don't like about Zepbound is my doctor said something interesting the other day. I told her, like, I used to poop a pound a day, like on the clock, 8:30 in the morning, boom. Now I probably poop like twice a week. And she's like, most people don't poop every day. Like, most people don't poop every day. She said, no, the average American male poops like 4 times a week. Is that true? Is that true? Like, when I was not on Zepbound, I was pooping air day.
And it's rhythmic with it. Same time. Yeah.
In volume.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but I also think too that, I mean, that's a testament. I mean, you've talked about this, like a testament to how much you eat as well. I mean, obviously less is going to come out, right? I mean, that's just what it is. And I think that obviously when you're on Zep, you're just not eating a lot.
Down and you guys probably don't want to know, but it slows down your colon. So it just doesn't, what you eat doesn't move through, Yeah. You know what, Gumby? And I loved it. There's nothing better than a PDH, dude. Daniel Dixon, I just dropped some. Thanks for asking. Okay. The healthier and less you eat, the less waste your body rids itself of. You're not wrong about that.
Bro, Greg, dude.
Joseph Harper, I have low platelets as well, but I got diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. Well, fuck me. That's what I don't speak it into the ethos.
Greg just sent me in our members only group a picture of a dog stand in
I don't want to know
overseas, and I'm not trying to show that, dude. That's nasty, dude.
No, bro.
That's absolutely nasty.
But did you used to look at it every day? Get up, turn around, celebrate, flush it.
Yeah.
Johnny Gonzalez, when I go small meals and load up on veggies, I can go days without stretching the buzzer area. Okay.
You take you a deuce. You don't sit there and look at it.
Yeah, you do.
Flush it.
No. I think you if you're not turning around and looking at it, you need to know what kind of poop you're putting out. But
yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, and I will also say, if you're rocking some great dumps and you're proud of your work, be proud of it, dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. How is Zepbound going for you?
Good. 4 pounds first week. Lost 4 pounds first week, so that's cool.
So you took the shot last night.
Yep, took the shot last night again.
Did you or you didn't?
Yeah, I did. Yep. So yeah, I don't know. It's going good so far. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been eating as much. I mean, I think definitely cravings are less. I still think about food. I don't think that I haven't experienced the first couple of days I did, but I haven't really felt like I've not thought about food, or it's just been like not on the radar at all. I still, I still think about it.
If it happens after the shower, then it's another shower. Hate those mornings. See, that's how I am. Marcus, the TV executive Marcus says, are we not going to talk about pooping in the shower again? People don't poop in the shower.
Bro, people don't do that. And if you do that, you are a sick person.
Please do not admit it. Nobody poops in the shower.
And if you're in a place, quality wise, where you're able to do that without
How do you
issue,
get
that's
it
a
down the
problem.
drain?
Because you have quality issues. That's how.
Oh,
anyway,
dude, I'm not. Listen, no.
Yeah. All right.
No,
We're good.
no. That's not. No aqua dumps. No. My GI doc says you should be going twice a day. That's incorrect. You should find a new GI doc. No. For those taking these GLP-1s, what is the relief on the back, hips, joints, and this rapid weight loss occurring? Is it noticeable? Well, I mean, I've been on Zepbound since August 2nd, and I've lost 42 pounds. I mean, what do I notice physically? Well, your clothes, certainly. My biggest issue now is I don't have pants that fit anymore. Like my jeans, I have to continuously put holes in my belt. I'm not buying new clothes because you just don't, you're going through it. The weight loss is noticed. My wife has lost so many inches. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I put on a Blackhawks jersey the other night that hadn't fit in some time, and it's too big. Like the Cubs jacket I wore to opening day in April is too big now. Like you lose significant mass.
Mm-hmm.
I will say my sciatic is less of an issue.
Bloating is much less too, in my experience.
What's that?
Just bloating and like general like inflammation is much less.
Inflammation goes down, you know. But you can't. I can't say enough that the biggest benefit you get from Zepbound is your overall health. It is so the stuff it does for your brain, your gut health. I mean, you just feel better. I'm sleeping really well. As far as joints go, I think I've talked about this on the show in the past. I don't have an ACL in my left knee, and it does not bother me. The funny thing is when I lose weight, my joints get, how I describe it as looser. My knee gets loose. Like in Salt Lake, I went to the chiropractor every Saturday without fail. I don't have a chiropractor here, and I'm probably worse off for it. But I think you just feel better. That's my opinion. I have more energy. I feel mentally sharper. I just feel like I feel better on a daily basis. That's the best thing I can say. And it's not rapid weight loss. What you want to be doing is losing 2 pounds a week. That's what you want to be doing. The first week I lost 12 pounds, but all I did was piss all day long.
Yeah.
Because it's all inflammation and bloating. Yeah, because you're just not eating as much. And what you don't do is eat greasy food. You don't eat oily food. You don't eat in mass because you're just not hungry.
Yep.
It just is the best part is like you crave healthy foods. Like last night we ate sweet potatoes, baked sweet potato. I was craving a sweet potato. You're not craving. My stomach's pretty steel trap. That food poisoning incident a couple of weekends ago, that's rare for me. It's once every 5 years. But I don't have side effects. I think, and this is my opinion, most people who get side effects are doing it to themselves. If you're going to be on Zepbound and you drink soda, you're going to have side effects. If you're on Zepbound and you eat a lot of added sugar, you're going to have side effects. If you're on Zepbound and you eat a lot of fatty fast food, you're going to have side effects. I don't eat any fast food pretty much. I had a hot dog at the hockey. Me and my wife split a hot dog at the hockey game the other night. because you don't want to eat the whole thing. You're just not that hungry.
Yeah, that's what's helped me is I just, I'll be, it's just eating less. I'll be like halfway into a normal meal and I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I'd feel fine. Like, feel satisfied.
You do need to lift, though. You lose a lot of muscle mass. You need to be stronger. You need to be lifting. Walking really makes a huge difference for me. I'm walking like 8,000 steps a day. Before I was walking 4,000 steps a day. Because I go on multiple walks a day with my dog. So you're walking a lot more. You just, it's not that your back feels better. You just feel better. Bro, I took 40 pounds off my frame, off my feet, my ankles, my knees, my hips. And knock on wood, I've also never had back problems. So, it is, yeah, that's just my opinion. I think when you have trouble, you do it to yourself. My buddy is on the same medication. He always complains of side effects, but whenever we eat together, we have hot pot, which is very healthy, and he doesn't experience any side effects at all. Well, it is all about what you... It's funny, I posted my blood work the other night, and all the hyenas came out, and were like, oh, Zepbound's an easy button. It's not an easy button. My opinion is, in our society, food addiction is real. You begin to understand very quickly how much you were eating,
yeah,
and how much lack of control you had through urges, through the mental training that the food we eat in this society puts us into. Because what you quickly understand is you're just shoveling shit into your face on a regular basis. And what you're shoveling into your face is burgers, fries, dogs, candy, sugar. They're like, and I will maintain, as sure as I am sitting here, the sugar that you're eating is far worse for you than the fat you're eating. If you would cut out added sugar, you would save so much trouble. But if you'll just chew your food completely, one of the things that I've noticed is I eat slower. I'm not just shoveling stuff into my mouth. And I was that guy. I had no control over portions. I had no control over, because you can cook healthy all day long, but if you still overeat, you still overeat.
Right.
Because what you don't understand is Zepbound teaches you calories in, calories out. You don't feel good when you overeat, so you stop eating. Because you're in control of your mind. What Zepbound does, one of the enzymes in Zepbound, controls your mind and the signals that your mind and your stomach send to each other. Your brain and your stomach send to each other. So the addiction is taken away. So you're not craving candy bars like chips. I used to eat chips all the time. I used to eat crackers all the time. I love those chocolate covered yogurt, strawberry yogurt, macadamia nuts. I could eat half a bag of those. I don't know that I could eat a handful of those. But what you learn is that at the end of the day, everything is about calories in, calories out. And you learn when you're on Zepbound or something like that, dude, I was probably eating 5,000 calories a day. I know I'm eating 1,800 now. That's really it. Like, it's 4:52 Pacific time. I'm probably not having any. I'll probably have a couple of those cutie orange things for dinner. And I'll drink 40 more ounces of water before I go to bed. But I need to get back in the gym. The hole in my game right now is I'm not lifting. And if it kills me, I'm going to bench 225 within the next 4 months. My goal is by my birthday to be able to bench 225. Don't know how I'm going to get there. Not really sure. I'm hoping, and I'm not going to hope. We don't try things, we do things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So,
Yeah.
Tyler wants to know, hey, how is the Amazon FBA thing going? I'm thinking about doing it. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you, I would only use Legacy X FBA.
I would second that.
He's talking about going to one of their main competitors. Legacy X FBA is the only academy course I would encourage you and endorse. I've gone through it. I am in that loop, and they teach you everything you need to know. Amazon FBA private label is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it'll make you money. It'll make you money, and I'm trying to learn. Like, my biggest mistake I made was how I handled reviews, and so it's really hurt my progress. What's up, Paxton? Good to see you, dude. Chad Perling, did you hear about the cost drop on GLP-1? Should get down to $150 a month. That'd be fantastic because I would love that. I'm paying $5 a month right now. What's your bench at now? Sorry if I missed it. I am probably 100. I am probably a 45-pound plate on each end. I can comfortably say I can walk upstairs to my gym right now and knock that out 10 times. I was at 200. And it's fucking frustrating. It is really frustrating. I was at a 45-pound plate and a 25-pound plate on each end.
Yeah.
But the Legacy X FBA, dude, I would highly encourage you guys to do it. I love Amazon private label.
Well worth the cost up front. The cost up front is what holds people back. I would tell you that the whole thing about like, FBA private labels, get rich quick scheme. If you're doing anything to get rich quick, you're doing it for the wrong reason. So I just think that just is what it is. All right. But what I do know, and again, I'm not certainly rich or, I don't have some huge Amazon FBA business right now. Like I'm working on it where I'm currently waiting for product samples and, I'm still trying to launch my first product. But what I do know is that it's absolutely a business that will turn you into what you want to be. I mean, you can absolutely get to, 100,000 a month, 200,000 a month, no question about it. The hard part is going to be the mental side. So you have to understand that launching a product is the situation is that, hey, you got to get your brand approved, then you got to get the product on Amazon, but then it's a snowball process, which takes, a year or two to then, get to a place where you can actually start taking money out of that business. So, to me, it's a great business model. I think it's tried and true. I think it's proven as proven gets. I think it's much more reliable than
Hold on a second.
What?
So somebody just knocked at my door and I was like, whoa, that's like hitting my door hard. I go answer my door. It's the guy who wants my parking spot. He's like, hey, I'll move your car for you. I'm like, the fuck you will. No, you won't. No, you won't. You absolutely won't. The ball's on this guy. Yeah, let me give you the keys to my $100,000 BMW. I don't know your name. I've never heard of you or met you, but I'm going to give you the keys to my BMW so you can park in your new spot. No. You have a spot for it's an hour. You can. Oh my God. And you're beating on my door to the point where I got up and was like, what the heck is that? It was like a cop knock. Yeah, I'm going to hand you my keys. Anyway.
Yeah.
What were you? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I was just saying it's. I think Amazon FBA private label is as tried and true as it gets. I think that you have to learn the business. I think Legacy X is not just in how it's presented to you in the course, but the information and in what they teach, I think is as solid as it gets. And I just think that people who want to get rich quick type thing don't understand the game, dude. And I understand that for some people, depending on your age and where you're at in life, the urgency is higher or whatever. But again, if you're 30 or 40 or hell, if you're even 50, I mean, you have time. You just need to be willing to say, hey, it's going to take a couple of years to build this, but we're going to go through that process. And, 8 to 10 years from now, we're going to be in a way different place. And that's what you have to see.
Yeah, you can't possibly believe with the way the world's working and the way, look at the revolt that happened last night with and I'm not trying to get into politics, but you look at the revolt that happened in this country last night. Do you really think you can count on your job? Do you really think you can count on? No, you can't. You got to build for yourself. And I think that's the only reason I'm doing it. I love negotiating. I'm a big fan of negotiating. But it's never too late. You can do it. And then the two things I hear is Amazon saturated. What does that mean?
Yeah, saturated with people who want to spend money on product. Yeah, I agree.
You haven't missed the window on Amazon selling private label, which means you source product globally and you create a brand and you sell that product under your brand. And I don't even, like, you guys can go click the link in the description. You could see my construction set. And hey, if you want to buy it and leave me a good review, please feel free to do that. But it is on my YouTube description here. I mean, it is, to me, it is one of the most important things that you can do is build a business for yourself. And, you know, I've talked about the struggle is real, man. It's hard to get reviews. And I'm learning the hard way. Now I know the process. Now I know how Amazon filters reviews and all that stuff. I totally understand it. No, Greg, it's not like drop shipping at all. It's not like drop shipping at all. What it is, honest to goodness, and again, it's in the description if you guys want to go see it. And hey, if you want to support the show, buy my construction toys, look at my brand, buy my shelf. Like, what it is you sell like this construction set. I added toys for the fourth quarter. I went to a site called Alibaba.com, sourced a construction. I have a piece of software that tells me what is for sale on Amazon and what I should be selling versus what I should not be. And this particular toy set sells very well. And you need to be making 35 to 40% profit on it. I'm fighting that now because I'm making mistakes I shouldn't be making with reviews. But yeah, so I ordered 1,000 units and put them on Amazon under my brand. And people go and buy it. And Amazon Prime, it'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, like it's just like all the other stuff you buy on Amazon. It's the exact same thing. And I think it's a learning curve. And it probably takes about 5 Gs to get into. But this is the question. My goal within the next 12 months is to be netting $100,000 a month. And you can do that.
Yep.
And the way you do that is, like, I started selling this shelf was my first launch product that Legacy X FBA gives you a free product. Hey, sell this. And I pretty much have sold through my original order of 300 units. So I reordered that. And then I added these 2 toys. And I have 3 other products I'm going to add in the new year. And I'm constantly doing research. But you can easily scale it. You need to get to five products that do sales in your under your brand. If you have 5 active products on Amazon selling units, you can scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And one product, what you're going to see is one product will do hundreds of sales a day. You'll sell hundreds of those units a day.
And the beautiful part is you're not packaging boxes and doing any of that. Amazon does all that for you.
I never see the product. I see it one time when I ordered a sample from the supplier to make sure it's the product I want. And then they send all 1,000 units. I put it into Amazon, the seller app. They give me shipping labels to their warehouses directly. I never see it. I never touch it. I never ship it. None of that. I paid for those trucks. I paid $5.10 a unit. Amazon charges me $12 a unit. and I sell it for $32 a unit. So right now I am making about $6 to $8 every time I sell one of those. So that's the thing that you have to get. You have to lock in on your overhead. And that's what you learn. That's what I'm learning right now. Yeah. So, but yeah, the link is in the description on YouTube. Get the hottest construction toy trucks for the holiday season, and just click on or copy that link. And I think it's there. So it is.
I confirmed it is.
You confirmed it's there. Yeah, it's there. It's between the first and second paragraph in the description. Shared risk. I like it. Well, some of it. I want the link to sign the petition to get Monty his parking spot back. I noticed a lot of people who want to start something but never do because, dude, you have to actually go and do it. And the thing that you have to figure out is you only fail when you quit. And this isn't anything. Sales, UPS driver, whatever you do. You only fail when you quit. You're going to make mistakes. You have to learn from those mistakes and don't make the mistake again. But with Amazon FBA private label, you are your biggest enemy. You are your biggest hurdle. Because if you just keep going and you don't repeat mistakes multiple times, you'll be successful. It's hard not to be. Amazon is the world's biggest e-commerce.
They want you to do well.
Jake, do you still play Black Ops 1?
No. Never played
Jake is a Battlefield guy. But I guess I see a lot of people DMing me asking me for the link. Let me get a super link for you guys. And I appreciate, listen, if you want to support the show, the best thing that you can do for me is you can go buy a product on my store. That is the number one thing. That is so important. Let me look at this. Let's say this. Let's say this. And what you quickly figure out is that if you can persevere long enough to learn, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You'll trust me when I say you'll do the job. There's your super link, right? Okay. God, stupid. Let's see. There you go. That's the Amazon super link. So it'll take you right to it. If you're so kind and you want to buy a unit, please do it. It really helps. It really helps me. It helps my store grow. And anybody who wants to do that, I really do appreciate it. Honestly, it does sound like a legitimate business model. Sounds like it does take some research and a small amount of capital. It takes about $5,000. It takes about $5,000, and you should not expect to get that $5,000 back for probably 6 months. And you really don't want to look at it as a money-making venture for the first 12 months. That's what I would tell you.
Yep.
And I totally agree with that. Notre Dame's overrated. I don't disagree with you. Halo 3 was a great game. Halo 3 was actually the only Halo I liked. That was the only Halo I liked. I'm not a big Halo guy. Jake was a fucking murderer on Halo.
Yeah, I was a big
fan. You were
fan.
really good at Halo.
Yeah, I was a big fan.
Really good at Halo.
Yeah.
Juan Manjaro made Red Baron single pizza, comes with 2, only ate 1, 3 out of the other. Now I am full.
Okay.
I would tell you pizza's tough. Pizza's tough. Dolmer Wap, pardon me, I just rejoined. Please explain. I've only seen girls selling themselves on TikTok making money. Product sales are a curious business, dude. It is. I love it. E-commerce. I think e-commerce, they're the two things that I will always be involved in from here to forth, e-commerce and real estate. I'll be involved in e-commerce and real estate from here going forward because I think they're the only two things that you can consistently count on.
Yeah.
Halo 2 greater than Halo 1. Okay. Okay. Halo 2 was my game. Okay. Recently, Battlefield 1 was epic. What Battlefield are you playing? 6, Jake?
6, yeah.
Are you still a camper?
I think there's a difference between camping and sniping, in my opinion.
My guy. I loved Call of Duty, whichever one it was where you could.
4.
Call
Modern
of Duty
Warfare.
4. Modern Warfare was. Oh my! It just twitched. It moved.
Iconic.
It moved a little.
Rest in peace, Infinity Ward.
Oh, is it dead now?
I just don't think they're making Call of Duty games anymore like that.
It was such a good game.
Yeah.
Such a good game. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate everybody supporting the show. I appreciate you guys who talk about business, and I know it's not sports talk, and you guys are always here every day for sports talk. Are they safety tested? Yes. Everything on Amazon that's a toy for children has to be safety tested.
Okay, tomorrow on the show, come with all your questions about e-commerce, bro. We'll answer 801 questions tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down, dudes. I'm happy to talk about it. I think it's huge, and I think we all need to be working for ourselves. It is the scariest, hardest, most difficult thing to do, but look at our current climate, boys. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming to do the work for you. They're truly not. Get fucking healthy and get in business for yourself. And my doors are always open. If you follow me on TikTok, The Monty Show on TikTok, I talk about this stuff all the time. I talk about because I think it's hugely important. It is really, really important. All right. The Monty Show, as always, presented by The Advocates at theadvocates.com. Best injury attorneys in the business, 24/7, 365. Be careful. Thanksgiving's coming up. There's going to be a lot of travel. There'll be a lot of people driving on the road. Please be careful. If the worst happens, be ready. To get to The Advocates at theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.